starting soon screen, because that means I have to open Spotify and play music, and that's a lot of effort to then turn that off afterwards. So I'm live now.
Hello, live. I'm Dad.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad. Or should I call you Daddy?
No,
No, don't do that.
you're gonna
That's
get
the
bonked
DM.
if
That's
you
the
do
Daddy
that.
Master.
No thanks.
Or Dungeon Mommy.
No, that's okay. I don't think so.
Call Chips Daddy all the time, and he likes it.
That's great for you. I'm so happy for you. I think that's beautiful. For this to be a safe place, though, for me, I'm gonna need that not to happen. Thanks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. I'm
Okay.
sure you don't.
We're just
chilled
playing my favorite game of Dungeons and Dominatrixes. It's the best.
Okay, let's play the game. Hey, what's up? We're playing this video game, right?
Yeah, okay, so do we want to just hop right back in, or do we want to, like, reintroduce everyone's characters since it's been, like, 6
We
months?
can do
Well,
a
we
quick-
have
we
to
can
do
be-
a recap,
Yeah, recap.
Avian.
Yeah, I know, I was
do a
gonna do,
recap.
I know, that's what I mean by, like, hop right into, like, do a recap of everything, and then, or, like, if you guys wanted to introduce characters first.
Let's start with the recap, and we'll introduce the characters as they become relevant.
Let me quickly open my season 1 recap. Okay, so last session happened all the way back in, like, what, fucking March? So, essentially, the party on a massive ship. We're coming back from the Forgotten Realm and docked in the city of Swansboro in the realm of Nakea. The party, let's see, we got ziggy as, I don't know, fucking name.
Raffi.
Thank you.
What's your
Answer me,
fucking
being like, "Hey,
name?"
Ziggy, what's your name?"
I wanted you to figure it out.
Okay,
I'm
whatever.
the dungeon master. My job's not to remember things.
Exactly. That's your guys'
Because we were
job.
just talking about it, so I wanted to see if you remembered from like 5 minutes ago when we were talking
ADHD,
about
baby.
it.
I can't remember shit from yesterday. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so we got Raffi as Ziggy as Raffi, Salad as Meepo, Drillian as Percival, and Fix has not been introduced yet, so you get to introduce yourself in a little bit. So they all got off a ship, decided to, wander around the market a little bit. They found the NPC Tinks and spoke with him and encouraged him to start his own little bookshop because he was not happy with the way his father abandoned him and left him to take care of his shop.
Right. That's what we did. Definitely not scammed a poor man.
Yeah.
Of course not. That'd be rude.
And Percival did some
Ziggy.
sketchy shit in the market and got some intel for something that the rest of the party is unaware of. So we'll see what happens there. And then to wrap it all up, the
Did?
party.
I said I did? I honestly don't remember that.
You went off to go talk to someone on your own.
Yeah, and then you showed him some ring, and he's like, "Oh yes," and then he slid you a note that I sent you.
Yeah, we tried asking you about it, and you were like, "Nope," and we were like, "Okay," and then we went to bed. That's my
Yeah.
recollection.
Do you need me to
of
resend
events.
you that note that I sent you?
No, I'll just scroll up. It's fine.
Okay. It's been 6 months. It's been a while. And then
Yeah, I'm scrolling all the way back to March to start with, and then we'll go. Oh, there it is. Okay.
there we go. So then, to wrap it all up, the party decided to stop in to the Sleepy Stag Inn and talk with the bartender to try and find their way to get to stay in this inn because it's a little bit pricey, So Ziggy scammed some poor bard out of his nightly showing and kicked him out.
That's true. I kicked out some poor guy.
The party looked at the quest banner, the quest board, and found the 3 little missing posters. They decided that they were going to go look for the missing cat. So then they decided to bunker down for the night at the tavern before heading out the next morning.
There was also a thing about a book missing.
Yes,
right?
and the lost missing book. I have the thing open on my There's a flyer for a missing book, a flyer for a missing cat that was clearly made by a little kid.
The most important one,
yeah.
obviously.
And then a
Priorities.
flyer from a religious cult ? Saying that the world is ending and the gods are
I like
angered.
the question mark at the end. We're not sure. They could be totally normal.
They could be totally normal people. Yeah. So that's essentially
We
what happened
are
for session.
farmers.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
What was that?
So do you
know
guys?
The
Like,
one
you guys
British
probably
person
don't
very
have it.
It's a
confused.
jingle. It's a jingle for a dumb thing.
It's a
Don't even.
Okay.
It's
dumb ad.
literally unimportant. It's just a very
Very
they play it
popular,
on TV
yeah.
a lot.
It's a freaking
It's an insurance company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an
and
ad.
that's like their jingle.
They have that little jingle, but they play it all the time, so people
Your
know it.
neighbors, they
So
promise they-
anyone, yeah. So anyone that grew up with TV as a kid, which is becoming rare now, there's like a bunch of jingles that people remember. You know.
Yeah.
I like that your expression of that. You're just like, what the fuck?
Because you were all in sync. It felt strange.
it was like a cult
I'm
activation.
so glad we all did that. That's gonna be a great clip later on. Thank you.
Oh,
Confusing my UK friends.
So starting
probably
off
should do that on
with
TikTok.
the next
Yeah.
morning, do all three of you guys want to wake up at the same time and head down to the lobby, or one by one, or how do you guys think you guys got up in the morning?
Well, Arafi definitely wouldn't wake up until she heard other movement. Like, she's not an early riser, but like as soon as someone else is up, she's definitely gonna get up and be super nosy. You know what I mean?
Okay. So we'll say one of y'all wakes up and starts making a bunch of cluttering noises, and everyone else kind of slowly wakes up.
Well, Meepo probably woke up like 6 or 7 times in the evening, because he's not used to sleeping in an actual bed. And
Oh,
he finally
I had to
probably went
explain
to
beds to you.
yeah, and he probably went to
Yeah.
sleep. He probably ended up going to sleep underneath the bed, like because he thought that was the safest place, and he was like, "Who would be
Sure.
stupid enough to sleep on the bed? That's just silly."
That's asking for
Um,
someone to hear, you know.
Exactly, like you're too comfortable, so you won't wake up when something happens. You know, you got to sleep on a rock hard cold floor. And anyways, and he probably woke up really early in the morning because Percival didn't actually go to sleep. I think he just stayed downstairs at the bar area.
Oh yeah,
right?
you did, didn't you? You kind of yeah. You stayed downstairs and just kind of sat there in your armor in the corner suspiciously.
True, you were really suspicious all night. I remember that now. That's
Yep, I'm
beautiful.
still there. I'm still down there, sitting there.
I respect it.
Right. So I probably Meepo would wake up before Arathi and would just move like every single piece of furniture that was in the room that he put in front of the door to block it. 'Cause his
And that's what wakes Arafi up, is hearing all that,
probably
that
just hearing,
happening.
like,
She's
just
like, what the? What
just
is
furniture
happening?
moving, just huge amounts of
I love the
furniture,
cat drawing,
wardrobes,
especially when the
dressers,
reward is
everything.
$10,000.
The bed frame.
It like
Very
takes
nice,
time to do
LMAO.
her makeup, and by the time she's all like prettied up, you're finally done moving the furniture.
Yep, pretty much. Because Meepo is not he's a little man. He's not a strong little man.
He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Sorry, I just realized for some reason my alerts did not mute like they were supposed to.
You're good.
Oh,
Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so while I am doing this, we'll say since so Meepo woke up. Already forgot your name.
Arafi!
Arafi.
Oh my
I
god.
It's on your
You-
stream.
Quite literally
You
is.
can look at it anytime
This
you
is a
want
test.
it. It's
You don't
right
have any more
there.
excuses.
Wait, I don't know why. I don't know why that's broken. So we're just turning off alerts totally. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are silenced now.
Oh.
How
No
dare.
voice for chat.
Anyway, so Meepo and Arafi, you guys head down to the main tavern area, and you realize that some patrons are already kind of awake and moving around. You see Percival just kind of chilling in the corner. Percival, what are you busy doing? Are you awake yet, or are you chilling?
As far as they can tell, I am just a statue sitting in the corner. I mean, full armor, you can't see my face, you don't know if I'm awake, but the cup is still there in front of me.
I was actually just about to say that is how I imagine him. Like he is sitting exactly how Meepo left him.
Yep.
Up like half drunk in hand, just elbow on the bar, just sitting there, like stoically.
I think I was in like a corner booth or something,
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
I've got both hands like up on the table, just
Okay, so as you guys kind of come down, you see Percival sitting there, completely stiff as a brick, like you left him the night before. You kind of look around, you see most of the same patrons that you saw last night, kind of waking up from the morning, but you see someone new sitting at the bar talking with the tavern owner. Pix, you wanna introduce yourself?
To who?
Oh, I don't know.
The stream, like, just introduce
what do
the
we
stream.
see?
Tell
What
us
do we
what
see?
What do you
character
see? What do
looks
we?
like.
What do we see? What does your
When we
character
look at you,
look
what do
like
we
sitting
see?
here? Yeah. Sorry.
So my character QWERTY, she
Sorry.
is very kind of regal, but in more of a tough exterior way. Like you don't really want to like interact with her too much, but there's something that kind of draws you to her. She's got white hair that's almost a little silver, and she's got very like hard green eyes with like kind of almost a gold sheen to them. And you can tell there's kind of something about her, but you don't really want to find out. And she is kind of almost quizzing the bartender, like an investigation, almost like at like a police station kind of quizzing, and is getting increasingly annoyed at the bartender. And that is how I imagine her being at the moment, just quite pissed off for quite an early morning.
Nice.
Okay. Do any of you guys approach this new mysterious patron, or do you go about your morning business?
Meepo would avoid everyone. Like even like seeing a Raffi and like no acknowledgement,
So
no good morning. I would just go downstairs and scrunch for food wherever I could find it. Like
A
eating
Raffi.
leftovers off plates and shit. Like
You're going around and you're like, someone's still eating, and you're like, you're going to off
Pretty
his
much.
plate.
yeah, like very
You're like,
quickly, like
where'd my chicken go?
exactly, yes.
Cool.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, so Arafi would first say hi to Meepo and then say hi to Percival and just like she doesn't even care if either of them responds to her. She just says a very cheery like "Good morning, everyone," and then she walks up to the bartender and like smiles really sweetly at him. Oh, you're
Sorry,
back.
my
Okay.
camera was messing up.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just scared we lost you. And she smiles like really sweetly at him and like bats her eyelashes and she's like, "So what does breakfast cost?" Like totally interrupting whatever conversation was happening here, not even looking at you, just being like, "How much is breakfast?"
He kind of staggers back a bit because he's still like so focused on what's going on between him and Kirti. Is that how it's pronounced?
QWERTY.
Kirti.
Quite.
Quite.
Where do you like the keyboard?
Sure. It's not spelled that way.
No,
You
not
kinda-
spelled that way, but like
I would
pronounced
say
accordingly.
you can pronounce it like with a W, yeah, QWERTY.
Okay.
He kind of staggers back and he's like, well, we have eggs and bacon if that's what you're looking for. It'd be probably 4 copper for eggs and bacon.
She gives him that. She's not gonna fight on that. She just hands it. Actually, she hands over a silver piece and then goes, get a plate for my new friend here too.
Oh, of course. And he kind of like runs off in the back, happy to get out of the conversation.
And then with that, she finally turns and like fully looks at you, and she puts out her hand with this big old smile on her face, like same exact sweet plastered on smile that she was giving the bartender. She reaches out her hand and she's like, "Hi, my name is Ara." She falters for the first moment in like this little confident facade as like she finally like looks at you, and for a moment her face falls. And then, like, in an instant, it's back up with that sweet, super happy smile. "So sorry, my name's Arafi. It's wonderful to meet you."
QWERTY replies that, no offense, but I'm not interested in making friends here. I'm here for business, and that's how it's gonna go. And
Man,
kinda just ignores the hand and turns back forwards.
wow, it's so fun meeting new friends. You and all of my new friends are just like this. Also sullen and serious.
The bartender. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
The bartender kind of comes back out with the 2 plates of eggs and bacon. He tries to turn around before you even get a chance to wave him down again because he does not want to talk with either one of you again. He's done with you too. He's like, no, I can't.
QWERTY, I think, kind of just like sighs, clearly annoyed at this, and then turns back to Arafi and goes, "Right, so I've lost my currently, thanks for that. So I guess I will entertain whatever this is. Tell me about your friends then, if you're able to have any with this kind of energy
Oh my gosh, people love my energy. I get told that all the time. But anyways, so my friends are over there, and I point over to the corner booth with like this man who fully looks like a statue, like fully just plated armor. You cannot see his face. Legit, just looks like a statue sitting on a table. I'm like, that's Percival. He is so fun. Oh my gosh, you just have to meet him. And then, and I look around, and then I point to the little guy stealing food off of some other person's plate. And I'm
But
like, and that's Meepo. He is so sweet. Just the nicest guys, seriously. Like, you will love them.
I just want to point out, like, and it's not like he's doing this like just like, but like he's not
being
stealing
super out-
food.
super-
He's being sneaky about it. Like he waits till someone like grabs like a sip of whatever they're drinking in the morning, probably ale, and like as soon as their like eyesight is no longer on the plate, he's just like, and just grabs whatever he can get, like just a little handful, and he
Just
just
like a little
immediately
raccoon.
starts- Yeah, pretty much.
Which is like,
He's the equivalent of a little raccoon man, but a lizard. That's basically Meepo.
I think QWERTY kind of looks at where you're pointing, stares for a moment, and then looks back and just goes, "You know what? That does make sense, actually."
They're really wonderful.
Yeah. I can see that. Is there a reason you're here and also in my business?
Damn.
You looked like you were talking to him about something, maybe one of the jobs listed on the board. And we were also doing jobs listed on the board. So I thought maybe we could help each other out.
Okay. What job are you doing?
We wanted to find this cat. It looks like someone lost their cat, and I was really concerned about that. I'm an animal lover. I really adore people. There's also some book or whatever. I don't know. We were gonna do all of them, but the cat is the really important.
You know you're not gonna get paid that much, right? That was clearly written by a child.
I don't care about the money. Someone has lost their pet, a member of their family. I can't just sit by the side and let that continue. Not when I have the means to help.
Admirable. So how are you gonna find that cat? That picture looks very descriptive.
Oh, we'll find it, I'm sure.
Okay.
We have magic and stuff. Like, it's fine. I'm sure they can provide us more details.
How are you gonna find this cat? Magic.
Yeah, like,
I am gonna recite some
whatever.
information that
Magic,
was.
It's fine.
I am going to recite some information from last session. You guys, you remember that the bartender did say that the little kid does try to come in every day, roughly sometime in the morning, seeing if anyone has decided to help him or not.
Aww.
We're waiting for this moment.
Where are his parents?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
All these questions may or may not
Yeah.
be answered.
You're asking the wrong people.
Where is
Children
parents now? Don't you
safety?
understand?
Oh, no.
He is being
Meepo has-
adopted. He is the party's
Oh,
child
God.
now.
That never goes well in D&D.
Meepo
Someone, they'll
die
die.
immediately.
That's right. We'll just keep him inside our bag of holding. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
We've been
You
there
know-
for like 6 minutes. So,
Oh,
You know,
I mean,
I almost want to
illegal.
entertain this, but I know full well that if as the moment that we like run out of food or go hungry, Meepo is eating that child. Like no second thoughts about it. Like immediately.
I mean, yeah, eat or be eaten.
no.
This turned to
I can't.
cannibalism so fast.
He's a fucking
Yeah,
little
Well, not
baby
you,
man.
but
It's
not
not
you.
cannibalism.
You're a kobold.
Oh
It's
my
not
God.
cannibalism yet.
Yeah.
Kobolds and cannibalism. Can't wait to play that game.
Yeah, that's the next. That's the next one shot, baby. Kobolds and cannibalism.
That's
I
Hold
Meepo's.
hope
on, I've got
this.
some big ideas. Let me just
That's
write
that's
that down in my
Meepo's-
note.
that's Meeple's prequel, but you know.
Okay, so we'll say you guys kind of slept. We'll say you guys kind of slept in a little bit because y'all snoozing. You guys got in a little bit late. So as you're
I
as you're
needed my
busy,
beauty sleep.
We're boat lagged.
yeah, you're boat lagged.
Mm-hmm.
As you two were talking, and Meepo's busy, stealing food off people's plates, and Percival's busy, just chilling, being a statue,
Mm-hmm.
statue things. You see the door kind of swing open, and you look over, and you don't see a head, you have to pan down a little bit, and you see this little boy, dressed in, kind of just like a messenger boy, outfit, a little hat, and he kind of walks in, and he kind of stumbles in. He hops up on the bar, slams his hand down. He's like, Stevie, I need an apple juice on the rocks.
Apple juice on the rocks. God damn, kid.
He's like, oh, of
Make it a
course,
double.
of course. And he brings over, and he's like, here, Lane, take the apple juice. He kind of grabs a glass and swings it down all in one go. He slams it down. He's like, has anyone found my cat? And a tear is kind of like welling in his eyes a little bit.
Right.
At this point, I'm guessing we're all like sort of in the same area together now.
Yeah, you're still in the tavern. Like the tavern area is not
And
super
the tavern's
big.
not that big.
Yeah.
We can
No,
all
but-
see all of
But
this
what I
happening.
mean, like we probably like Meepo stopped stealing food once he had enough.
Yeah.
You could
Uh,
steal my breakfast.
I mean,
Yeah, you sneak
I'm
over and you
still
see.
bothering. I'm
I
still
think
bothering this new
Meepo-
person.
I think Meepo would end his robbing tirade by going up to where Percival's sitting, looking at him, and just immediately grabbing whatever drink he had in front of him and immediately downing it, knowing that Percival wasn't fucking drinking that anyway because it's the same drink from last night.
It's a little warm,
And-
a little fermented, a little bit more than it should be.
Oh, no.
Just how Meepo
Oh.
likes it, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
God.
Horrible things.
So yeah, and that's now I'm chilling with Percival. I haven't said a word to him yet, though.
Okay. First of all, do you do anything about Meepo sitting next to you? You just
Nope.
live as let live? Okay.
I mean, shoot, if the little guy wants to sit next to me, I'm not gonna say no.
Fair enough. Okay, what do you guys do about this kid now sitting at the bar table, clearly looking for his cat?
So I walk over to him. I'm like, "Hi, my name's Arafi. We saw your flyer, and we're super interested in helping you find your cat."
Oh, really? Who's
Mhm.
we? There's only one of
Oh,
you.
so there's me. Hi, I'm Arafi. I do magic and stuff. Super cool, We've got Mr. Armor Boy over
Nice.
there. His name's Percival. He's really nice, very
he
strong.
looks
You
nice.
can
over in
tell.
the
Look at the
corner.
armor.
Kind of looks
One
in the
second,
Uh,
just
corner
get my
and
camera
sees him.
briefly.
He's like, are you sure
And then
someone's in that armor?
Yeah, no. He's super there. Don't even worry about it. And then we got him, the little guy next to him, real crafty. Like we can get in small spaces. Stealthy kind of guy. He's really cool. So nice. You'll love him, trust me. And then maybe this girl, I don't know, still feeling it out. I kind of hoping she's joining us though, because she seems like she would be a lot of fun.
QWERTY, the camera doesn't want to stay. QWERTY kind of looks at the kid with kind of a unreadable expression, maybe a
Like
sense
giving
of
puppy dog eyes, just like
yeah, and it's kind of like you could tell that she really doesn't want to do this, but there's kind of something inside of her of that kid reminding her of something, and so she's just like, you know what, I'll be willing to see how you guys find this cat with magic, so I'll join for the ride just this once, but then I'm gone.
Fun. That sounds so fun. I'm so excited.
his eyes kind of
So
sorry?
so tell us more about this cat.
His eyes kind of like light up, and he's like, oh my god, Snowball is amazing. Like he's this stray, and I found him by the fountain, and I'll feed him every day, and he's so friendly and wonderful. This kid's probably like no older than 8. You have no idea why he's wandering around town square alone.
Mhm.
And then one day he just stopped showing up, and I figured it was normal. He's a stray cat. He got business to do. I got my own business. Sometimes I need an appy juice, and sometimes he needs his cream. So but then the next day he wasn't there also, and the next day. So then I commissioned that flyer on the tavern board, and no one for some reason is taking the offer. Like I gave a lot of money for the reward. Granted, may not be that, but but I need to find my cat. Been missing way too long.
Sure. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Do you
Um
know where he went besides at the fountain?
I don't know. I didn't think that far.
Oh,
That's totally fine. We can definitely start at the fountain. That'll be a great place to start, and we can see if there's any other clues there. Isn't that right, guys? And I like shout back to the other crew who probably has been like mildly overhearing us because Arafi talks kind of loud, but was not involved in the conversation at all.
At that point, I think Meepo would kind of perk up and like look over and just say, "Is the cat dead?"
No, we're gonna go find the cat. Remember?
The cat could be dead.
No, we're gonna go find the cat.
We
Isn't
might
that
find
right?
a body.
What if it's
Well,
dead?
I said that it was dead.
No.
What if it is dead?
It's probably not dead.
Kids, sometimes
Fine,
this
it's okay.
happens. You know.
If it's dead, can we eat it?
No, we're not gonna eat it. No. Isn't that right, Percival? We're gonna go find this cat. And I like look over at Percival, my eyes bleeding.
And you just see the very slightest of the frog hound.
The armor, like,
we're gonna find it.
he's
It's like fucking Weekend at Bernie's. Like,
the kid kind of, he kind of hops up off the stool and he kind of falls for a second longer than you'd think he would because he's short and a child. So he's just like, and he's like, okay, well, let's go, I guess. And he's kind of unsure about your company, but he's like, well, I'll take what I can get.
Great, let's go, team.
Okay.
And I'm following a child to a fountain, I guess. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, like he's
Am I following a child through town? Because that's a very interesting thing to do as a group of adults.
Yeah,
I think
nothing bad's
Percy's
ever come of
regretting this
that.
slightly.
following a child
this doesn't
no
look
older than 8.
suspicious.
walking through town square, ain't no one care, no one's gonna bat an eye, ain't no one care in the city,
Right, for
I mean,
sure.
I'm just saying, but speak for y'all selves because Meepo is not that old. All right,
I mean, I'm an adult.
Meepo is also an adult, but
I'm hundreds of years old.
Oh, right, I did know that.
I don't know how old
Anyways.
Meepo is. But anyways,
Yeah. So we're going.
all
The
y'all
fountain.
are following this little kid going by the name of Lane. What you heard the bartender say, I said it really quickly because but yeah, little kid's name is Lane, from what you assume. So he's kind of like skipping a little bit more. He's got a little bit more pep in his step because he's just happy someone's finally decided to help him with his cat, trying to ignore the comment that Meepo said about his cat possibly being dead. He just doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that his cat's been missing for at least a week and is like skipping along. And you're going down the long, city paths, people walking by. It's still kind of early, so not super busy, but there's a few people bustling to get to their work in time. And you finally come across the town square. That's this big kind of open area. See, and open notes so I can.
How dare you?
Let's see. So, you see a large statue in the middle of this fountain that
Hey, look, it's me.
that symbolizes the
you.
god Deikar, which is the god of the
You're a
sun.
god.
That like kind of like quote unquote they think blesses this land. He's got a nice statue in the middle of the fountain. And around the fountain you see some little tents of people like setting up shops for the day. So the markets that are permanently there. And you see these large kind of off to the side a bit behind the fountain. You see these large gates surrounded by some hedges and stuff. And if you keep looking back, you can see the castle sitting behind those gates a few paces back. You are now in the city. And at those two gates, you see some guards, all not too chuffed to be there. They do not want to be on post.
Well, get a better job then. Oh. Sorry.
that's what I tell people when I see them having a bad day. I'm like, get a better job, idiot. God.
Yeah, just like
the
your
change we wanna
job
see in the
more.
world.
When I go to
Dummy.
like a restaurant and the waiter's like kind of rude, I'm like, God, get a better job, idiot.
You're not
Yeah.
going to be nice at your job. Get a different one. God.
You
How
for
dare
Not having
you.
that
real.
day.
How dare you not enjoy what you're doing right now at all times?
Exactly. So true. Anyways, uh,
You
I look to the kid.
sorry.
Huh?
I was gonna say, you're able to kind of go amongst your own selves. You can go talk to some area if they recognize anything or if they've seen anything. Talk, like, to find this poor little lost cat.
So the description we have is white fluffy cat. Yes.
Yes, a white
Named
fluffy
Snowball.
cat. Yeah, named Snowball.
Cool. Name Snowball, naturally.
Creative.
What else would you even name a white cat,
Exactly.
honestly? That's what I named my white cat as a child. Fun fact.
What did you
Anyways,
actually?
Calling it now, the cat's royalty lives at the castle.
the cat is actually the prince.
The
Yeah,
cat
cat
is
is the
actually
prince
Professor
druid.
McGonagall.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I want to go right up to a guard.
So you
I'm
guys,
like-
alright, you approach these two guards and they're kind of like mumbling amongst themselves, not too tough. Oh, I told you I don't want to do guard duty today. God, why did Jacob have to fucking be sick? I don't want to do his job.
God, I hate Jacob. He's the worst. Am I right? Okay. I'm gonna slide on over, and I'm like, "Hi, how's it going?"
he kind of stiffens up. He's like, "Who are you? Why do you address us?"
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My name's Arafi. It's so nice to meet you. Um, I was actually just wondering if you've seen a little white cat anywhere around here.
Do I look like I pay attention to the vermin on the streets?
Well, as guards, I would hope you would pay attention to everything happening around you.
Well, this is not my usual job. Usually I'm supposed to be in the court. But no, Jacob was sick, so I am stuck here with...
I hate Jacob. It's so like him to just like shove his job off on someone else, isn't it?
I know, right? Like, how dare he be sick? Come on, I come in sick all the time.
I'm so sorry. That sounds so awful for you. I'm so sorry you have to deal with that, honestly. Some people are so irresponsible.
Are all of you guys over by the guards here, or is it just Arafi?
QWERTY, I think, is watching just from a short distance away, like not quite involved, but ready to step in if it needs to.
Can one of you guys... I want one of you guys to make a... Just any one of y'all. Just, it's not anything crazy, it's just, it would be...
I got it.
Okay.
Unless Percival wants it.
No,
Well,
you
or
got
all
it.
y'all can roll. Or all y'all can roll.
Oh, I have. No, hold on. I got
No, I
this.
don't think my
Easy.
character would be looking.
Fair
So
enough. You probably wouldn't see anyway,
Meepo
because you're
is-
up right up against the guard, so...
yeah,
Meepo
I'm
is
like,
like. Hold on. Let me see what I roll first, and then I'll.
I
maybe
got
describe
+3
what's
to
going on.
perception.
I actually rolled a natural 20.
Oh, nice!
So that's
Easy.
total of 23. Just to describe a little bit, Meepo, with his complicated background, shall we say, has been on the hunt for cats many a times in his life. He knows a thing or two about hunting down cats. Now, hunting them down to bring them back to their owner, that's a first one for him. But the before that part of finding a cat, he's pretty good at. So he's using all of his like acquired knowledge and skills to track down this cat.
skills.
His cat finding skills.
Right.
Like I just imagine him like looking around and like paying attention to everything. And
for all cat related details, sure.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay. So, while Arafi is busy talking to this guard, and QT is busy watching her fail at the very rude guard...
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's going swimmingly. They're becoming best friends over their hatred of Jacob.
I'm seeing something different here.
Meepo sees all. Oh no, is that becoming a meme here,
Meepo
too?
sees all. Meepo has the third eye.
So,
Okay, so Meepo,
That's
you're busy.
becoming a meme
You're busy
here.
looking around, and you kind of your eyes lay on a few things. The first thing is you kind of look around and you see Lane kind of standing behind Percival a little bit, trying to kind of cover his face with his messenger hat, trying to hide from the guards, and trying to make sure that he's not seen. And as you look around a little bit more, you see like kind of like, you know, people trickling into the market as the market is starting to kind of pick up a little bit. And you see this woman who's kind of like frantically trying to get the attention of some of the other guards around, and they're kind of shooing her away. They're like, get out of here, you're crazy. And you can kind of hear her with your nat 20. You hear her kind of yell something, or like not really yell, but like she's very frantic in her voice, asking for help, and something about some sort of creature. And the guards just shoo her away, being like, "There's no creatures of that sort. So get out of here."
So is she reacting to this? Because Lane is trying to hide his face, right?
Yeah.
Is she reacting to this after seeing Lane, or is this like a whole other separate like thing that Meepo notices off in the corner?
Whole separate thing. You see Lane kind of hiding his face behind Percival at the reaction of Arafi talking to the guards and being closer to the guards. And as you're looking around, you kind of look up because you all over the place, plans. Kind of looking around, and you see this woman running into the market, frantically looking for help. She's coming in behind. So Lane has not seen them. Percival has not seen this woman yet. No one else but you has seen this woman yet, apart from the guards that are shooting her.
So first of all, noticing Lane is trying to hide his face kind of badly, probably like with his hand like this or something like that. Does Percival have like a tabard or like a loincloth or something like over top of his armor?
Yeah, it's that waist tabard instead of it going over the top of his armor. It's just like around the belt.
Right.
Keep dust from getting to his thighs.
Yes, I'm going to immediately take Lane and just place him between your two legs. Like, flip up the tabard, put Lane there, flip the tabard back down, like trying to hide him, being like, "You're terrible at hiding, here you go."
How close are you guys to the guards?
I'm going... what's that?
How close are you guys to the guards? Like, are you in line of sight, or are you, like...
I think I flipped up, like, the butt part of the butt flap part.
Okay.
And, like, not in front of the guard. I'm not...
They didn't see it, don't worry.
Meepo's oblivious about a lot of things, but sneaking he's pretty clever at.
Okay.
But, seeing this, I'm just gonna look over to Percival and say, "That woman is screaming. Perhaps she has seen a dead cat. Let me go investigate." And I'm gonna go ahead and... You say anything, Percival, I should say, before I head on off?
I'll just do the slight nod and say, report what you find.
All right. And I'm gonna try to not approach the lady, but is she like discouraged and like walking away from the guards or anything?
Yeah, like this is she's walked up to the guards and they've kind of shooed her away, like paying her no mind, like you're a peasant, you're wanting attention, get out of here. There's no monsters around here so close to the castle, get out of here. So she's kind of defeatedly kind of walking away, trying to find a different guard to talk to.
Meepo would probably follow her and like pay attention to her without like trying to be super sneaky, but not trying to be noticed by her either way.
Okay. Arafi, are you still talking to the guards or giving up with them?
No, she's definitely still talking to them. What are they guarding? Like, are they in front of like the gates of the castle, or what's up?
Yeah, they're just standing post in front of the castle gate so no one breaks the castle. And watching over the market, making sure, like, because it's a market, you have to have some guards posted. So there's no
Sure. But nothing like there's not like some special thing.
No, they're just guarding the gate.
Cool. No, I'm bored of them. I have nothing more to say to them. She like talks to them over their mutual hatred of Jacob for a little while, and then like smiles super sweetly and was like, "All right, well, thank you so much for your help. You guys were so nice. But I gotta get running. Bye." She walks off.
Okay.
Leaves.
Does anyone else want anything to do with these guards before we go off and follow Meepo?
QWERTY's just gonna give them a look of absolute just annoyance. And then follow just behind Arafi, but like at a distance. We're not gonna look chummy here.
Yeah, Arafi is just going and sitting like near this little can she sit like on the fountain? Like, does it have one of those ledges?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's just popping a little seat on the ledge and kind of like looking around because he said he feeds it at the ledge, so she's kind of just trying to see if there's any like evidence of cat, like some stray fur, some paw prints, or what, like stuff like that.
Okay.
But she's just sitting down, looking casual.
Just kind of casually sitting there. Okay. Percival or QT, are you doing anything? Or are you guys gonna join her on the... Percival, you can follow Meepo.
I'll probably follow a bit with Meepo, so after the conversation wraps up, the passive, face of the frog helmet is just staring at the guards. his whole body is going to turn like 90 degrees, but the helmet's going to stay stationary. And then he's just going to walk very slowly because the kid's still between his legs. Just away.
Waddle. Just waddles away.
Okay. I'm gonna have.
I love this party. This is
And then
great.
as he's, most of the way away, the head's just slowly going to turn forward.
And the guards are kind of like, that dude. Okay. If you two are you trying to stealthily follow this woman, or are you just kind of walking? Okay. Can both of
Meepo
you
is he
roll
is not
stealth?
approaching her at all.
Okay.
Like he's approaching her, but he's like I said, he's not trying to be noticed. So
Okay. I want both of you to roll stealth, and if you're trying to follow this woman, just to see if she realizes that you guys are following her and not just.
fair
I'm
enough.
following Meepo, so if he is like keeping distance of any kind to the woman, then I'm not really close
You're not
to
really
her.
that close. Okay. Then Meepo roll stealth,
Sure.
just to see if she hears your little pitter patter.
That's a 16. I have a plus 11, so
Jesus
Jeez.
Christ.
listen, Meepo's real good at some things, but he's terrible at other things. We just haven't gotten to the part where he's terrible at those things yet.
She does not know you're there, completely oblivious. Still frantically, she runs up to these other two guards and gives them the same spiel. You're close enough to overhear that some sort of creature has ransacked her home out in the fields, and she can't find her husband. She heard her husband scream, and she can't find him. And the
Okay.
guards again, they're same story. They're like, "Get out of here! There's no monsters here. What are you talking about? Like Swansboro is one of the safest places in the area. Get out of here! Crazy."
Okay.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say I don't know. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Hearing this, I would probably like understanding what's going on, but really the only thought behind Meepo's head is like, man, that might be a really big cat. Like he only has cat on the brain right now. And he's like, wow, that's a pretty big fucking cat. So I'm gonna immediately cast message.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to get a hold of Arafi.
Okay.
So Arafi, you just hear this tiny little gremlin. Like the way I imagine it is you're just doing whatever, like looking for cat like things and like hold on.
Just kind of like sitting on the
What's the
fountain, kicking your
message?
feet, just like
Yeah, kicking my feet a little bit. My tail is like swelling behind me.
Okay, so yeah, I can do this without seeing where you are. You're like she's at least like 100, 120 feet like close to you, I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Like yeah,
Right.
she's not like crazy far. Like you can see her, but
We're
she's
all
not
in
close
the
enough
market.
to just
Yeah.
she's not close enough
So-
to just be like, hey, let's go.
At this point, I'm like just like pointing somewhere, and Arafi, you're just like doing your thing, and you hear Meepo's voice in your fucking head, but I imagine it as like if Meepo was right fucking behind you, like right
Perfect.
like at the corner of your ear, and all you hear is strange woman, strange occurrences at her house in the fields.
Hold on, let me just check my spell list real quick. Dang it, I don't have message. Unfortunate. I look around and I'm like, what? Whoa, where do you... Whoa. And then I'm like, oh right, magic. And then I actually try to find him. I think I see Percival first, and then I'm like, what is he doing? And I look
yeah,
a
it's
little
hard to
bit
miss.
ahead, and then I
Go into
see
the
that's
armor
how I
blinds you a
find
little
him.
bit.
Yeah, that's how I actually find Meepos. I see Percival and I go, huh? Oh, okay. And then I'm like, I look at the woman, I see how she looks frantic, and I look over at my buddy old pal right next to me, and I'm like, well, I guess we'll have to come back to look for a cat. Someone I guess is in more dire problem right now. Let's go. Let's help. And I
Doesn't
just
even
walk up. No
explain.
other explanation.
Yeah.
I don't explain at all. I just go, let's go help. And I start walking towards Meepo, and I like see the woman that he's pointing out, and I see her, I'm assuming, get turned away by some more guards. Yeah. They're just all dismissing her.
Apparently you can
Avian?
reply to a message also, apparently.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
you can. I forgot about that part, but
Okay.
at
Well,
this point, you're like As you get
It's
closer to Meepo, I think Meepo would like accost you and like be like, Arathi, I believe that this cat may have gone rogue and has caused panic on the countryside.
You
Perhaps
think
inquire with the woman.
you think
I think
it's
the
the cat?
boy. I think the boy may have been lying to us.
Why would he lie to us? He just wants his pet,
he's
Meepo.
a child. They lie.
Percival, are you
You
close
guys
enough
are
to this
also
now?
pessimistic. I love having other life outlooks around me.
For the first
Anyways,
time, Meepo is like gonna point at excuse me, at Quenty, is that it?
QWERTY.
QWERTY, okay. QWERTY. And
Her
just
last
gonna
name's
point,
Era, if that helps. You can just call her Era.
but he's going to just point at her and says, "This one understands." Like as soon as she says, like, kids lie.
I for a moment, my like big smiley, like this girl has been smiling like the entire time you've seen her. And for just a moment, she turns and looks at you and with like a more serious face, but still a very soft smile, she goes, "Some kids are very honest." And then she turns and walks up to the woman.
Okay.
She's gonna
Um,
approach her.
Hey Percival, are you close to the party now too, or are you still kind of a few paces back with the kid?
I think he's around us at this point.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
I
like we've
mean,
all like collected, you know,
Yeah.
to be like, I'm gonna go talk to her, and then I go do it.
kid's still in crotch jail.
The
Stop
kid kind of
it.
tries to poke his head out from under the loincloth, but he can't quite find where like the exit is. So you just see his head trying to like peek out, and he can't quite figure it out. He's trying to defend himself, but all you can hear is
Just
his
happy to see you
muffled.
guys.
No.
And
Just
at this point, I might ask the child or we can get back to this, but I would ask while Arafi is talking to the lady or the guards. I would ask the child, like, why do you hide your face from the guards exactly? And we can get back to that later.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll carry on with this woman, and then he's done talking with. We're supposed to carry on with the kid. So after you approach this woman, kind of tap her on the shoulder, and she kind of jumps a little bit. She didn't know that any of y'all were there. Apparently, she's just like, you guys had a full conversation, and she's like, what? Oh, scared the life out of me. Oh, man, these guards, they're useless. Are you guys able to help me at all? Like, have you heard anything was going on? I was in my house. I was cooking breakfast. My husband went out to tend to the fields, and I went out to go and give him his morning breakfast, and I couldn't find him anywhere. I heard a scream out in the distance, and he wouldn't answer when I called his name.
QWERTY, who has quite a one-track mind, I think would go, is it possible your husband was attacked by a cat? Because we are looking for a cat, and I would greatly appreciate your help here.
At this point, Beepo is like book in hand, like ready to take notes. Like, yes, this one understands. This cat is dangerous.
Rafi kind of like takes a breath to like calm herself. And then she smiles at the lady and she's like, "We would love to help you. We have some magic, some strength. Take us to where you last saw him, and we can see what we can do. Oh, can you keep a child safe while we do that? Because we are also looking for his cat, but I don't know. Some weird stuff is happening.
You kind of see
I
the
don't want to
kid
just
finally
leave this
figure
child
out, lift the
alone.
loincloth up, and be like, "Hi, man!" Out from between
This is
Percival's legs.
lame. Isn't he sweet? We're looking for his cat right now. But if you could, like, if he can just stay in the house with you while we look for your husband, does that work for you? Is that good?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know a few
Wonderful.
ailments but not really enough to defend myself. But I'm sure he'll be safe in the house.
Yeah, perfect. Great.
Okay. Okay. So Meepo will go on with you and the kid. So you turned to this kid and you asked, "Why were you hiding your face from the guards?" Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. He kind of like steps out from underneath Percival finally, because he's far enough away from the guards to be kind of like at least the ones by the gate. He's like, what? I mean, I'm always in the town square, and they don't really like me that much.
Why do they not like you, child? From Meepo's understanding of smooth-skinned culture, different smooth-skins appreciate smaller smooth-skins and usually try to protect them and befriend them.
He kind of like balls on his like like the heels of his feet, and he kind of looking anxious. He's like, "Oh, I don't know. They don't really like kids are too close to the castle. And if you want, you can roll an insight check if you would like."
I don't know how good I am at insight, so I'm gonna do it. Yep, that is not one of Meepo's specialities. That's a 6.
As far as
So
you can
that's
tell, he's
with the
telling the
bonus,
truth.
that's a 1. So that's or not with the bonus, that's a 1. That's a +1, so 7. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
But children lie.
Right. Meepo knows this, but Meepo doesn't exactly know what a lie
We
is.
shall not push the child.
So Meepo is just gonna go strange. A distant land where smaller smooth skins are not appreciated. Meepo could get behind this area.
Means I can eat them more.
Oh my god.
And he's just going to like put the drape back on top of the kid's head. Like, okay, we're done talking now.
The kid tries to like get out. He's like, "Stop it! Stop!"
You just
over
like
here.
Meepo's hand is just holding the head there.
Let it happen.
I imagine this kid is actually taller than Meepo, but Meepo doesn't care.
First of all, at this point, is just gonna reach around from behind and grab the kid by like the waist of his pants, and then just like lift him up and put him on his shoulders.
What? You gonna sit? He's sitting on your shoulder now. He's like, "Whoa, mister, you're tall." The tallest he's ever been. He's like, I don't know how tall is Percival.
I want to say he was like 6 something.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
he's real tall.
he's on cloud 9. He's like, this is the tall. He's like high as could be. He's like, man, this is amazing. Can see everything. So okay, so you guys choose to follow this woman. Kirti, do you want to talk to this woman at all, or are you just gonna follow as well?
Qwerty needs to know more information.
Cool. So she kind of turns on her feet. She's like, "Okay, follow me. It's a little bit of a walk. We have to walk completely out of the city to reach the farmlands."
Oh, that seems fine.
She kind of she waves you guys along, and she's walking out of the town. Kind of tries to ask you. What are you guys doing in Swansford? I don't recognize any of you. I'm usually in the market quite a lot. I don't think I've seen any of you around. Especially not him, as he points to Percival, who's looming over in full plate metal armor.
Whoa, you've never seen adventurers before?
Well, I was just wondering what you're doing in town.
Adventuring, looking for people to help. Trying to see
Okay.
more of the world. That's my answer, at least.
Fair. And, she keeps walking, and she kind of waits for if anyone else wants to say what they're doing, or if you guys just chilling and walking.
I just wish to see if this cat is a murderous beast and if the child has lied to us.
She's like, "Oh,
Don't even
Okay.
talk to her. They don't even care.
Percival, are you saying anything or?
I don't think so. I think he's just kind of being on the outside, like, no one really tends to talk to me anyway, so I'm not expecting her to be talking to me.
I expect at this point to Meepo like completely ignore her question, like purposefully, and look her and say, "Tell me, taller smooth skin, why does your kingdom not appreciate or trust smaller smooth skins to keep them away from the castle?"
She kind of stands back. She's like, "Smooth."
A
People-
quick description about Meepo, by the way, that I don't know if I described because it was months ahead. He is covered head to toe. Like you can't tell that he's a kobold underneath his like cloak and his clothing, and he's like got his face bandaged up and everything.
Okay.
So it's just this little gremlin of a man that you can't quite tell what he is, and he's asking people about smooth skins, which is strange.
Yeah, she's like, "Skin what?" Kind of just tries not to question it, because she's seen many of strange people come and go through Swansboro, and she's like, "Well, I mean, I can only assume that just people really aren't allowed in the castle if they're not royalty. That is, that's what the guards do. They keep those who aren't supposed to go in the castle out, and those who are supposed to stay in the castle in."
I would like to say that QWERTY, at the mention of royalty, kind of gets a bit even stonier face and kind of scoffs and looks away, no longer interested in the conversation.
Rafi like perks up and she like looks at the woman and she goes, Sorry, they keep the people who are supposed to be in the castle in?
Oh, well, I mean, not necessarily like as like, trapped or anything, but they have a younger daughter that, is a bit of the adventurous type, I've heard, and she likes to try and sneak out. So they're kind of in charge of keeping this little one in for her lessons.
Hmm. I've heard it's a lot easier to keep children obedient if you actually let them experience the world.
Well, I'm sure the king and queen would love to hear your notes.
Hmm. I'm sure. They're always so receptive, aren't they?
Sorry.
My character likes causing problems, can you tell?
I can tell, yeah. And she's like,
QWERTY kind of jumps back and is like, "Do you think the king and the queen would know where this cat is? Surely they oversee everything, so they
Oh.
would see the cat, right?"
oh, well, I don't think the king and queen have time for petty things such as missing cats. They have much bigger issues, especially with the tight kind of diplomatic issues right now between Swansborough and Ravenstead. But so they're a bit busy there.
I see. Well, if this cat does turn out to be a vicious beast, I will know where to send it. Thank you.
Are you just gonna send its dead body to like the castle gate?
Well, maybe it might
You're
not be
welcome.
dead.
Okay.
You're just gonna drop this cat. It's like, yeah, here's this cat, and just drops it in the
Absolutely.
case. It's like it's not even their cat. They're just like, what's
They'll
this?
figure it out.
What's this strange woman's thing with giving us just cats? Guards, get rid of her. Okay. So as you guys are kind of walking, you're kind of leaving the city gates. You see these like giant stone gates with these guards on top, and these wooden. They're kind of open, and they kind of wave you through. They kind of nod as you walk by. And as it comes from houses to now almost open wheat fields with the every so often a cottage or a windmill or a silo, as these fields are now like the colors of like golden wheat takes over, and you're walking down through this cobblestone path that slowly turns to a bit more dirt, and you're kind of walking through. You don't really see much, if anything strange, a few trees here and there, some people tending to the field, and it seems like a very peaceful area. So you're kind of like, well, maybe the guards were right. Maybe she is just fine. Like, this seems like a very peaceful area, you know? So you kind of come up, and she stops in front of a house, and she's like, well, this is my place, and the last I saw my husband was, well, in the field. He left for the morning. So what do you guys want to do? Kind of see her house. The house, you're walking on the path, her house is on the left side of this path, and if you turn right, you'll see the wheat field over on your right with that lead.
First of
Oh,
all, is
no.
immediately going to pick the child up off his shoulders and put him on the shoulders of the woman, and then just start walking toward the fields.
She kind of like staggers down a little bit, and she's like, "Well," and she tries to like get the kid off her shoulder and holds the little kid's hand. And Lane's like, "Wait, no, I want to go too!" Like, and he's kind of like waving against the woman's like hand and trying to like slip out of the hands.
I turn around and I look at him and I'm like, Lane, now we could be going to see something really dangerous. It's gonna be a lot easier for us and for you if you stay here.
I can handle it. I
He
can
kind
handle it.
QWERTY kind of kneels down to the kid, looks him in the eye, and goes, "Your cat might be dead. We don't wish for you to see this. Stay." And then get back up and turns away.
My
Good
cat
boy.
isn't dead, and my cat isn't big enough to kill anybody. I want to see what this monster is. And you
Why
kind of,
do you wanna
you kind
see
of
a
see him.
monster?
Well, you kind of see him reach into like one of his boots and pull out this stick that is like carved into like a shiv, and he's like, "I can do it. I can."
Lane.
Let
And
me at it.
QWERTY take that off him and just snap it.
Do a sleight of hand.
Oh.
If you can take this stick out of his hand.
Which, we'll see. It is
I'm
not
going
a high
to-
plus. Hang on, give me a second
I'm
while
gonna
it
roll
slowly
a one
rolls.
in.
And it's rolling so slowly. Yeah, no, I think that's a 9. Therefore, I don't expect that to be.
Well, he got a 3. So...
Can I just do strength? Oh, nice.
No, he got a 3. So yeah, you reach down and you grab this stick and you snap it in front of him. He looks at you, and he like reaches into his other boot and pulls out another
Go.
one, and he's like, "Let me stick.
He's ready.
Let me at it.
How many pathetic knives do you have?
Many as I need, baby.
Did you carve them?
Huh?
Did you use a real knife to carve your stick knives?
What? No, don't be silly. He's a rock.
Oh, okay.
And you can, if you kind of
I'm
look, you can kind of see that it's a little battered around some certain areas where, like, he missed.
Sure, sure.
At
What
this
is-
point, I just imagine Percival disappearing in the cornfields.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his body. You just see the fields kind of separate as he's walking through.
I would accompany Percival.
Okay, you're gonna come
Going
here,
out
Percival.
to
Okay.
Okay.
I think QWERTY will also join after, just flashing an absolute death stare of "Don't you flippin' move" to the kid.
Make an intimidation.
Oh. If I can't intimidate this kid, I'll be very upset. Oh, I've got +4. We'll see how it goes. It takes a while to roll, so elevator music. Oh no. I don't think this is looking good.
Beyond be like.
It is another 9.
Okay. I won't say if he does or doesn't follow. So you turn around and
Ooh.
you continue going on your way. Arafi, are you staying or are you follow as well?
Kathy looks at him one last time and says, "Listen, I know you want to come with us, but how about you stay here and protect her so that in case it comes back here, she's not alone? Do you think you can handle that for me? It
Make
would
a
be really
persuasion.
bad if she was left alone."
Because this kid really wants to come with you.
I got an 18 plus 5,
Okay, that'll do it.
23.
Yeah. oh, you're right. And he kind of turns. He's like, "Don't worry, ma'am. I'll protect you." And he kind of like has the stick in his hand. He's like, "I'm ready."
Good job, Lane. We'll be back soon, okay? And then
This
I couldn't
is-
follow.
This is how you get like a little boy or just a guy in general to do something. Give them a purpose. Give them a task. Don't be like, "It's dangerous. Don't come with me." Be like, "You need to protect this person." And the kid will be like, "I understand. I will become Master Chief for this person."
Got you.
Can you tell I work with children?
Yeah, I can tell because it's like, damn, that would work on me as a kid.
Can you tell QWERTY does not see any children at all?
Can you tell Meepo is a very much a mentality of, if he dies, he dies. Like,
Okay, Percival, since you walked into the fields first, I want you to make a perception roll.
Got it.
would he get a bonus of some kind if I am there helping him and like looking around with him? Or
Are you
no?
looking in the same area, or are you kind of he's looking in one spot and you're looking, or are you like?
I
right-
like to think that since there's a big height discrepancy, I'm looking low and he's looking high.
Okay, I can say you guys
That's
can both can roll and roll,
Beautiful.
and if one of you succeeds,
You want to
just-
both roll, or
Yeah. You guys can both roll at the same time, and whichever is the highest.
you cool with that, Cody? Or
Yeah, fine by me.
would you get?
I have a 9.
I have a 16.
Okay,
Oh.
16 will be enough. So, first of all, you're kind of looking up a little bit too high. You said you have a 6?
9.
9. You got a 9. Okay, so first of all, you're
I
kind
just
of looking,
imagine the frog helmet looking straight up.
you're looking a little bit too high to see some things that Meepo sees. But what you do see is you kind of look around and you see some disturbed crops, kind of parted in a way, leading out off into the distance, out of the field. But you don't see much else. And Meepo, with your 16, you see, as you're looking down on the ground, you see some footprints and a trail of blood following the divot.
As soon as I see this, I'm going to like just grab my little fist and like tink on Percival's legs to get his attention.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, and just point at the floor, like so he sees the same thing. I'm not saying anything. I'm just pointing it out.
Okay, I'll say, as you do that, and as you two, Arafi and Kiati, catch up to you. So all you guys are together now. So, Percival, how do you react to me walking on?
You just see him kind of like bend at the waist, just
Just full 90 degrees, just.
What is a hinge? So what was on the ground? It was blood and
you
what? Sorry.
see these large paw prints on the ground, kind of fermented in the soil, the soft like soil, and a trail of blood following.
And
And does that look to be going the way toward the disturbed crops that I saw?
Yes, you see. So what you see is a path of disturbed. You see disturbed crops kind of like parted as if something has walked through and has now left the field towards a small kind of clutter of trees, rocks kind of off.
So as soon as Meepo shows me that and I see the connection, I'm going to reach down and grab him by like the middle back of his body and just kind of lift him up and point at what I just saw
At the
and wait
scruff
for him
of his
to
neck.
acknowledge and then put him back down.
Mippo would be fine with this, I think. I'm going. Is there? Can I tell what kind of paw prints they are?
Roll a what would it be? Insight, I guess.
Survival.
Nature?
Survival.
Yeah, roll nature or survival. What you
It
think?
could also be a history check to see if he's seen these before.
Yeah,
It's up to
whichever
you,
one,
really.
whichever one you think fits the best. You can roll in three. I'm fine with any
Okay,
of
let
those
me
three.
just see. So nature is that.
So do either one of
Survival
you
is
guys
that.
tell the other two that have now arrived what you've seen, or you guys just kind of?
I think that they would see, like, first of all, they saw Percival pick up Meepo and like point at something,
That's
and they would
true.
see Meepo like crouch down, like very obviously above something, looking at the ground.
Okay.
I think because, like, I'm sorry, but Meepo's not the most descriptive little man. Like, he's not gonna expressively tell you things, but it's very obvious he's looking what he's looking at, and I think by just putting your eyes in the same area as him, you can see what he's doing.
Okay. We'll say that
Um,
you guys see that they're looking at something at least.
I'm gonna roll survival because Meepo's a city boy. He's not really used to the countryside, and survival is my lowest stat. So let's go with
Okay.
that. That's a 13.
Okay, that'll do it. You kind of look at these tracks and you kind of inspect them a bit, and you notice that they do look feline in nature, but something's not quite right. They look feline, but they also look almost like draconic in a way. Like they have like the paw pads, but the claws but it has these large claws that kind of stick out almost like a dragon's foot.
And I honestly, like, that's what you would hear Meepo just go like,
Yeah, you have no idea what this creature could be.
and I'll like take a step because he's a little kobold man. Take a step on the ground, like with his bare little feet, and like step in the ground next to it, like compare shoe prints, and be like,
Compare foot size, like like you your friend, you
knows.
compare hand size with your friend. It's like
yeah. Meepo is like, he's like,
Do I have
that's
cancer?
that's. Meepo's like, that's a big ass cat. Like, in his head,
You know, your
I do
foot
believe.
your foot is about the size of its like heel.
Jesus.
He's got some
okay,
long
so
he's got some long feet.
I do believe that the child, if this is in fact his cat, may have lied to us.
QWERTY, I think, turns to Arafi, having walked up now, and goes, if the child has lied to us, I get to call him a liar to his face and break all his sticks.
Doesn't seem very nice.
If we get killed by a cat, that's
They're
not very
gonna
nice either.
Die. It's fine. He said that he
That's right.
often feeds this cat. It can't be some horrible, unreasonable monster.
How much
Fully
blood
jinxed
is on the
us.
ground?
Good amount.
Is there like enough for like a person's like blood supply or
Rafi fully has not seen the blood yet. I just want y'all to know she has not like looked
Not
down
looked
and
down.
noticed.
Okay.
do you
No,
want me to
she-
roll like a medicine check to see if Meepo knows how much blood is in the average person? If this
Yeah,
would be
go
like-
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it. Average 6-foot man.
Well, because Salad knows this, but Meepo doesn't. That's a 10.
Amigo knows nothing about smooth
You
skins.
kind of look down and you're like, that's a lot of blood, but he'll be fine. You kind of look down.
This
you're
is when Rafi finally looks down and she goes, "Oh my goodness, we have to go help this person!" And she just starts sprinting in the direction of wherever they're going.
I think people at this point would look over at like Percival and be like, Percival, can you lay down in this blood pile for me for a moment?
Percival is just kind of. You see just the slight tilt to the side, and then he takes a step back, kneels down, and then lays down face first into the blood pile.
And Meepo's gonna like stand on top of Percival, look around, like see where the blood, like if the point of blood originated from Percival's body. He's looking around like, "Yep, that is a lot of blood for a smooth skin. We better move." Like just off Percival and like walks after Raffi.
Okay. Do you also follow then as well? Ex-
Yeah, I think
I'm giving up
take
on the
one
names
more.
already.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's QWERTY, okay?
QWERTY.
QWERTY.
I think QWERTY would kind of just look at the blood, look at the paw print, and kind of go, I mean, I have to see this. And would start following.
Okay. So all you guys are Raffi is
Is Percival still on the ground?
Yeah,
Percival's
Percival,
still
he's
on the ground.
Does he need help getting up?
I don't know. He just stopped
Collect
that.
him.
Okay.
I think Meepo would notice Percival not following and walking back and being like, "You can get up now. Meepo has the information Meepo needs." Just like start walking back.
Okay.
You'll just hear a grunt, and you won't see him for a little bit, like as you're walking away, but eventually you just see him like stand straight up with like blood smeared down the front of the helmet.
It's
Oh,
just
the kid's gonna
red. slip and slide, but blood. It's just Okay.
We found your husband.
Okay.
All
You
right.
guys are walking through, and I'm assuming you follow the trail. Obviously, you're walking back.
Following Raffi.
Yes, following a Raffi.
I'm following the blood.
Okay, so Raffi, as you're kind of like running through this field, you come up towards the back fence of the field, and you see the trail kind of just plow right through the fence. The fence is shattered. It's just shattered. Like the beams on the ground, the splinters kind of on the ground, and if you want to roll a perception,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
because now there's really not much grass to go by, and most of the blood has been wiped out.
14.
14. Okay, so as you're kind of looking around, the grass is a little bit shorter here. It's not quite as easy to see where the trail is, but you just barely make out, and ever so slightly, like blood trail kind of dabbling its way through back towards some trees and some rocks, back a few paces behind.
I gingerly step over all of the shattered wood and I go, well, I hate climbing over fences anyways. And then I start walking where this new trail is, where
Okay.
the smaller blood trail is.
How far behind is everyone else from Raffi, do you guys think? You guys think you got
I think I wait at the fence. I wait for them to catch up and then I start walking because I
think
don't
we're
actually
staying
want to go
together
in
at this
alone.
You're staying together? Okay.
Yeah.
I just know she booked it, so I
I
wasn't
did
sure how
start
far.
booking it, but upon realizing that like they weren't with me, I did stop and wait for them at the fence. And then...
We must go help him. And everyone was like, "No,
Yeah.
so
We're just gonna, he's
was
already
really
dead. It took our
confused.
time,
they're
man.
probably
Well, she was
fucking
really
dead."
confused when she got to the fence and spoke out loud and no one responded to her. And then she turned around and was like, oh.
I just imagine she turns
He's
around and
waited.
sees Percival face first on the blood pile, Meeple like standing above inquisitively, like above Percival, and QWERTY looking like, yes, that is a lot of blood, actually.
Yeah. You're just kind of all like, yes.
Yeah.
So all you guys are together, and I'm assuming you kind of walk a little bit closer as you're following the trail. I want one of you guys to also make another perception as you get a bit closer.
I can do.
Not
so.
it.
You got it, QWERTY.
It's your turn.
I don't got it. I've got an 8. I'm cursed today.
I think that's amazing. I think an 8 is perfect for this story.
You guys keep walking. You guys don't know what's
Fair.
happening. You just keep walking. You keep walking towards this little bundle of trees, and you can't see behind.
sure do,
You can't
that's
see
true.
behind the tree. You can't. And there's the large rock there. You can't find them. You're just like, yep. Okay, yeah. Keep going. The trail leads this way.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going.
Is the blood still going at this point, or
There is no. Most of the blood has like it's gone, but there like every so often like you can see a little bit of blood on like some leaves and ever so slightly, man. Kind of keep track of what's.
So we're still tracking whatever
Yeah,
is
you're
going on
you're still
here. Okay.
tracking, and you're unsure if you're any because you're just like, yeah, it's this way. Let's go. Okay.
Mhm.
So as you guys kind of keep walking, following this trail, you finally hear you kind of hear some noises going on here. You guys want to investigate these weird kind of like guttural kind of eating noises?
Yeah,
Oh.
that seems like where we should go.
I
Not
think
really,
that
but I'll
at this
join.
point, if I started hearing like munching noises and like blood started like disappearing, like being less and less common, Meeple realizes this dude is probably very dead and is probably being munched on at this point. So I think I would like somewhat separate from the group and try to sneak in to investigate because I
Okay.
would not want to be just like eating noises in the dark forest. Let me go check it out. Like
Oh, that's what Arafi's doing.
that's my point. Meepo is not following Arafi.
Yeah.
He is like,
No,
nope.
she hears munchin, and she goes, "We can save him."
And Meepo is like, that bitch dead. So I'm just gonna like sneak into like the bushes and get as close as I can without being seen.
Okay, so Meepo decides to kind of way off from the group, and we'll say like kind of goes to the left, kind of behind, trying to like separate from everyone. Does everyone else want to keep going forward towards these couple of trees and like rocks and stuff, or how are you approaching this area here where you hear these noises?
I think QWERTY will follow just behind Arafi, but will kind of then grab her great axe and is just like, I don't think this is gonna be very positive, Arafi. I think we should be prepared for the worst case scenario of a cat eating a man.
You go over the
Well,
rock
you
and
know.
there's this tiny little white cat just munching.
Well, such is life, but we can at least try and help if someone is still okay. And I keep walking forward.
Okay, so you kind of as Meepo's going, they'll say like to the left, kind of around.
I'm sorry, but what's Percival doing
Oh
in
yeah,
this
Percival, yeah.
situation?
He just kind of looks at Meepo go off in the bushes, and the other two like, we don't know what to do. We're just gonna kind of do it. He's just gonna pull his shield off his back and his warhammer out of his waistband and step forward toward the noises.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll a stealth check, by the way?
Oh yes, yeah. Roll a stealth check.
I got
Sorry.
you.
I
got you.
was thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, stealth, that works, yeah.
That's a
Yeah, you're
25.
25, yeah, you're
Oh.
hidden. Yeah.
Salad doesn't have to roll again for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we don't even know. We don't know where you went.
No idea. Literally, they like Percival, everyone, they all turn around. And you're just gone. They have no idea
Yeah.
where you are. You're just
I
disappeared.
just imagine like
But you know the
I've s-
scene from like the Lord of the Rings where Frodo and Sam have their cloaks over each other, like hiding on the like mountain with like the gravel, whatever. That's what happened. You've hidden under your cloak.
the way I imagine it, it's like because it's terrifying because I've seen this in real life. It's like seeing someone walk into a bush. You see them step into the bush, but the moment you stop seeing them, you don't hear them anymore, and you have no idea where they went. It's like one of the most disturbing things you can see someone do is just literally disappear.
Okay.
And that's what I imagine. You just see Meepo just gone.
So you guys kind of come across. You guys are now right up against these rocks, and this noise stops, kind of a bit. Like it kind of just stops, and you're just like standing there. Sorry, I'm also eating it, so I'm like trying
How
to like.
dare you?
Well, this man
Big
is being
enough for the whole
eaten by a
class.
cat.
Yeah, are you sharing?
It was a very big cookie. I could have shared. I'm sorry.
Wow.
All right, on my way. BRB.
I mean, I still got ice. It's still like that much left. Come on. Anyway, so how do you guys want to peek over this rock? Do you guys want to
Yes,
go around?
I'm peeking over the rock.
Okay, roll
Over.
I'm trying to think if I should make you roll stealth or athletics, or both, because
Stealth sounds great.
Stealthletics.
yeah, I think maybe roll both. Roll athletics. Just roll athletics. I think just roll athletics. If you succeed, then I'll say that nothing. Sorry.
10.
10.
10.
Hey.
I rolled a
You want-
10.
So,
I have a 0 in athletics, in case anyone is wondering.
okay.
Ooh, I could have
um,
lifted you up, mate.
No, it's fine. I'm not strong, but I'm also not smart. Here we go, baby.
You start to kind of scale up this large rock, and you kind of slip a bit. It's not graceful at all. You're making a lot of noise. Some rocks kind of trickle down, like down the rock, and you hear a kind of like this creature go, kind of like growl and like perk its head up, like looking around. And as you kind of peek your head up over this rock, you meet the face of something looking straight at you. Its eyes are like beating, like I'm sorry, I need to pull up the picture so I remember exactly how I had described it. It has
You're good.
these large, kind of like giant, almost lynx-like ears, the face of a very fluffy cat. Its head very much looks very much like a feline, has these large kind of canines sticking out, almost like a saber tooth. But as you kind of look down its body, it turns a bit more draconic as like the fur becomes more patchy and these spines kind of come out of it, and its long, scaly tail tops with a tuft of fur at the top. And I want to quickly, I will put this in Discord of what you see exactly. Let
I
me.
want this to be a manticore so bad.
I'm
Sorry.
kind of imagining like not like a manticore, but like
Let's see it.
like a hippogriff,
Mhm.
but
Oh my
like
gosh, it's
with
beautiful.
instead of like a bird body, it's like a or like a horse body or whatever. It's like a tiger body
I
with
love
like
it. I think
chicken
it's
legs.
beautiful.
Okay. And while you're looking at this thing, can you roll a just perception on it real fast,
Yeah, of
just to see if you
course.
see any other features of the creature as it's
Yeah,
staring
for
at
sure,
you,
for
blood
sure, for
like dripping down
sure.
its face.
13.
13? Okay, you're looking at this creature, and as it's kind of looking up at you, since it's kind of looking up, you see a giant yellow gemstone in its chest, like implanted in its chest. And you look down further, and you see what you presume to be the body of the farmer, mangled and eaten, and very much dead.
Cool.
This creature.
Is
Sorry.
the cat white? Is it a white cat?
Yes.
I think it's a
This-
red
The
cat at this
fur,
point.
the fur that you see on this cat is white. You can't quite tell on the face as it is very much
Sure.
bloodstained, but as you follow the fur that goes down its back and off of its tail, it very much is white. And as it looks at you, it lets out a loud, guttural, like, growl that sounds equally as draconic as it does, like, almost like a jaguar, like, growling and hissing at you.
Cool. I think I stay totally still. And I just look at it for a little bit.
Okay.
And then I have the little flyer in my pocket and I like glance at it. Yeah, I look at the cat and I look down at the flyer. I look back at the cat and I go, Snowball? And
I
like
thought
that's
you
it.
were
That's all I say. I just want to see if it reacts at all to this name.
I thought you were maybe gonna be like, holy shit, was Meepo like actually right?
Okay. So as you kind of say that, it
Or
kind of like
Corti and Meepo.
it does not break eye contact with you. It doesn't seem to react much to the name, doesn't seem to reacting much to you, but it is staring straight at you like, and you can't quite tell if what it's thinking while it's looking at you. Does anyone want to also investigate this now that Arafi has kind of just frozen and you hear the word snowball kind of like come out of her?
So, where are Percival and I currently?
Yes. Did you guys continue moving in next to the stone, or are you like
I would have.
you would have? Okay.
Yeah.
So are you guys so do you want to maybe also try climbing up to see what Arafi is seeing, or do you want to go around to see, or are you just gonna ask what she sees?
Yeah, I think I'll yell up, like, Arafi, are you able to see anything? A little cat? Have you? Oh,
Not little.
no. Were
No.
we perhaps right? Is it a murderous man-eating cat?
It's definitely man-eating.
Not
I'm
sure.
still not
Right.
breaking eye contact with the cat this whole time. For reference, I'm talking quietly and not breaking eye contact at all.
It kind of like licks
I'm-
its chops a little bit as like the blood kind of like dripping down its face. You kind of just as it's like looking at you.
Arafi, do you
Snowball,
maybe want to come
no.
out?
Well, it might attack me if I move.
Do you want us to come up?
Don't
I'm
know.
walking around the rock.
You're walking around.
I kind of just see Percival moving, and I'm just like, well, sure, and just follow.
Okay.
Because if
Uh,
anything, maybe I will distract the cat, or Raffi will be okay, and it'll come after me.
Do I
Yeah.
see anything different from my point of view, by the way?
Are you
Since I'm
okay? So
I'm not
you were walking.
I'm kind of off on
behind.
my own.
You were walking
Yeah.
behind, right? Okay. So as you're kind of walking behind, you're now you said you went to a bush and you're kind of like walking through like around the trees.
Like
and stuff?
basically
Okay.
I imagine them like following the path. Like if the path is a straight line, I went off on my own like to the side. Where like
Okay.
if the rock is right here, I'm like
Yeah.
at a
Okay.
different
So to paint
plane.
the thing a little bit better. So like the path, the trail went up, and then like there's the
Mhm.
rock and the tree here. We'll say like
Mhm.
Arafi is like on the rock, and like Percival will go around here, and like Meepo, like say you kind of went around here, and like the tree, there's some
Sure. Yeah.
trees, like just a
Yeah.
few scattered trees. So you're kind of like behind
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trees. As you're kind of walking through, you kind of make like you barely like you manage to walk far enough forward to kind of see past this rock, and you see the rear end of this giant beast as the tail is kind of like swishing against the ground and blood everywhere. You can't quite from where you are, you can't quite see the body that's in front of him, but you can see that there's something there. If you want to roll perception, you can to see if you see a Raffi or anyone else doing anything.
I think
Is
I
its
would roll.
butthole just an X?
Huh?
Oh.
What'd you say?
I
You
said,
don't
is
see
its
that?
butthole just an X?
Yeah, it's just an X. Yeah.
Okay, so I would look on over. Like I guess Meepo at this point would like recognize like okay that's a big ass fucking cat. Like I just see the butt of it.
Mhm.
Like cat dragon monster thing.
Yeah, you can't quite
Do I?
tell if
Right.
it's
Yeah.
feline or not because all you see is the draconic part. You can't really see
Okay.
its face or anything like that.
Makes sense. So all I see at this point is not cat. I see dragon, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
You see
oh.
lizard creature thing with for some reason fur on its tail instead of
And a
Okay.
cat butt.
Yeah, and a cat butt.
Looking around, do I notice anything else other than the dead body? Is there like a second one? Is there like tracks?
As
Is
far as you
there...
can see, it's just the one body there and the creature.
Okay, and how far away is this creature from me?
We'll say what 5 feet is a square. We'll say maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
You're behind the trees and stuff. You're about 20 feet away. A Raffi is probably like 10 feet. If you're looking, she's down like at the rock, and he's like a few back. But yeah, you're close, but not like hella close.
At this point, I think Meepo would take his little broken-tipped messer off of his back, like his broken sword that he uses as a rapier, basically, and just take it out, and is just like, stay the fuck away from me, big ass thing. Like, he's just ready at this point.
Okay, so as you pull out your sword and you're kind of waiting, ready to see kind of what everyone else does. Percival, you're starting to walk around. You're not going to try and do it stealthily. You guys aren't doing it stealthily at all. You both of you are just kind of you're just like okay, walk around. Let's see this little cat, you know. So you guys walk around, and you kind of as you come around this stone, you see about 10 feet in front of you this large creature staring daggers at Arafi. And as you kind of walk forward, it turns its head, hearing you coming, and it is now staring directly at both of you. And like I said, you see this giant creature, blood stain on the face, the body, and since you guys are at a level, I'm not gonna make you roll for seeing the giant stone in its chest. And it seems to be glowing.
Great.
Do I
This
know
is
anything about this stone? Does it look familiar to me at all?
Roll what would be insight, I guess it would be. Insight or arcana.
Could be history as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, it could be history. Yeah, or history. Any of those three. I think history or arcana would. Yeah.
Of course they would. Great. Good.
UT, you can
Told you I'm
you
not
can also
smart.
roll that as well
Oh!
if you want.
18!
18, okay.
Percival
I have a
will
minus.
try.
I have a
Yeah.
-1 for reference. I rolled a 19. -1 is 18.
That's like 12.
12, what did
What
you
are we rolling?
arcana or history?
Oh, they're all the same.
I
for
rolled
me.
an 18 Arcana. If that
Okay.
changes my info.
Ah, I got a
get add-on.
19.
Okay,
18
cool.
plus 1.
Since
wow.
all I see is dragon
Well,
butt,
that's
I'm not
funny.
gonna roll.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
don't
like,
see
what
you
the
don't see
fuck is
anything
this
up
thing?
there. Only
Yeah.
Percival, Kitty, and Arafi see this. So Percival, you don't see anything. You can't. You don't. You to you it looks like a stone. It just looks like some sort of shining
There
stone.
sure is a rock there,
Yeah,
huh?
there sure is some
Mhm.
sort of shiny gem there. But
Sparkly dude.
for the other two, you guys
That's got a
recognize.
collar.
Huh? What'd you say?
That's got a collar.
Oh.
Cat's got a collar.
But you guys inspect this stone, and it's something you're all too familiar with, as you kind of think back to your guys' like history with these stones, and you realize it's a giant sunstone of sorts, but it's pretty big. Like it's not one that you would often see used in trading, and so it took a lot of time to find this sort of magical stone that is now implanted in its chest. And from all your guys' knowledge that happens from these stones, you have never heard of someone implanting it in themselves or in a creature.
Do I think I could take it out?
Um, roll. I really need to just pull up what like all the things are.
Just pull up someone's character
Yeah.
sheet and just like look at that, and then you can see all the skills
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
what I'm doing.
I just sent you mine.
Yeah. Okay. Roll.
Medicine? Would it be medicine to
Yeah,
see if I
I
can do
think-
surgery on a cat?
I think medicine. Yeah, medicine or. Yeah,
Roll your
medicine.
geology roll.
Yeah, roll geology.
Medicine.
Medicine, I think, would be good.
Nat 20, baby!
Okay.
Woo!
Yay!
Okay, so from what you see of this stone, like I said, you're familiar with at least the sunstones
Uh-huh.
and their magical properties, and you see
Yep.
it kind of implanted, and you think maybe breaking it might be able to relieve it out of the chest if you are able to shatter it. And maybe it'll reverse something and be able to come out of this creature now.
Cool. I look over at Querty and just like, cause I know, even if she doesn't right now, and then I glance at Percival, 'cause I don't know what he knows, you know, and I'm just like, this isn't good. That might have once been a normal cat. It is no longer. Those gems can hurt people and do weird magic things, and I don't know what it's doing because I've never seen something like this before. But I think if we break it, it might help. That's my
QWERTY,
best
who-
guess.
Sorry. QWERTY, who also has a bit of history with this kind of shit, kind of looks back up and Arafi is like, I'm so down to break any shit like this.
Okay.
This is not passing by.
Right now, the creature seems to be just kind of vibing with you. He's just like trying to like figure out what you're doing. Like he's got a full tummy. He's just, he's munching down on this farmer. He doesn't need to kill anymore. So he's just kind of vibing, looking at you like, are you a threat? Are you not? Because he's kind of, he's about eye and eye with Percival. He's like a little bit tall. He's like maybe 6'4", 6'5". He's pretty big boy. Looking just straight down at y'all.
I
I'm
look
not
at the other
saying-
two one more time and I'm like, well, are you up for fighting a big cat and trying to destroy a gem?
QWERTY, I think, would be like, well, I'm all for killing things, very much so. Not saying we get the cat to roll over by tickling its belly, but I'm saying it's an option.
I didn't mean necessarily just fighting it. I meant like fighting and specifically attacking the gym. I don't think the animal will let us get close to it. If you want to try, be my guest.
I will actually also use this moment to quickly run to the bathroom.
We can use this moment quickly if anyone wants to go grab something, like go run to the bathroom, grab a drink real fast while I stepped away before we get into what we're gonna do with this creature. If you'll be my guest.
Deal. I will. BRB. Haha, I'm
Yeah,
nothing
my
now.
bad. Someone knocked at the wrong door and it sounded like he was at my door, but he was
Okay.
at the neighbor's door next
Oh,
to
good. Ziggy and
What time do you have to go, Cody?
A little after 4. My sister should be here around 4:30, so
Oh,
I've got
okay.
a little bit of time. But we're
Yeah.
preparing dinner, and I don't want to leave all that to Lauren. So
No, I get you.
I'm gonna take a quick minute to see if I can help with anything, but I won't be long.
Okay.
Oh,
Pix
good.
and Ziggy quickly went.
What you got there, buddy?
But yeah.
I think Plum grabbed something.
Hmm?
I think Plum grabbed something.
Yeah. I don't know how to eat this cookie. It's just pure chocolate now. I don't know how to eat it.
Isn't that the
Eat
best
that
thing?
cookie.
It is, but like not when I'm trying to like be at my computer, you know?
I think while everybody was just talking about stuff, like being like, okay, you guys want to attack this thing and blah 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 blah. I think Meepo would try to get like a vantage point. Like he is at like ground level with this cat thing and he is not down with that. So I think he'd try to like climb up a tree or
Okay.
maybe up the rock or something.
Okay. Bro, go ahead.
Stealthily.
Go ahead and roll an athletics for that.
Athletics.
I've got all in my hand now.
I don't know how good Meepo is at athletics. He is not good at all. Don't fuck me, dice. That's a 17.
Okay,
so
yeah.
that's
You have
not
no
bad.
problem sneaking up a tree nearby and sitting up on branches. And it
Cool.
does not notice that you are behind it.
Okay, and I'm still like about 15 feet away from it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're a little bit closer now. So yeah, instead of 20, you're a bit like 15 feet, somewhere around there. But yeah, it doesn't know you're there. It's chilling, still staring daggers, kind of like curiously at Percival and QT. I'm sorry.
Quit.
QWERTY.
QWERTY.
QWERTY, okay.
It's the way
What?
I remember it is kind of like how Cody said it, is think about the first few letters on your
Yeah,
keyboard.
QWERTY keyboard.
It's the
Okay.
QWERTY
And add a
keyboard.
bit of elegance.
QWERTY, okay.
QWERTY. Yeah.
I like to think that that's how you
Have a
came
go
up
at
with
you.
the name. I'm sorry,
Pardon?
I'm also just horrible at names. I feel so bad because I'm absolutely horrendous at remembering names and stuff.
Oh god, like listen, the best way, like for having DM'd a lot of games, like the best way to remember shit is giving your character's nickname at some point.
I'm gonna put up a BRB screen while we're talking and waiting for everyone, but so
You're
just
good.
so people don't think we're like busy playing and then we're not. I'm gonna put up a BRB while we kind of chat and wait
Yeah,
for
you're
people's.
good. And my other question was, now that I have a bit of advantage, would Meepo see the full creature now, or is he just still see
You're
dragon
still
cat butt?
You're still behind it, but you can now see that it has fur down its back and the spines
Hello.
and the head.
Hello.
You still can't see the face of the chest because you're
Right.
still behind it, but you can tell that it's some sort of weird combobulation of feline and drake.
Okay. I didn't want to like do any other action. I just wanted
Yeah.
to figure out something.
Oh, good.
I can't believe Meepo was actually right about a cat being involved in this monster thing.
I know. Every time you guys are making jokes, and I'm like, oh man, little does Arathi know that Meepo is right.
This
I
is
did-
just gonna make Meepo even more insufferable because he'll be like,
Yeah,
"I'm
look what
fucking
you've
right."
done, Avian.
I
good
did
confirmation
actually
bias.
think about having the cat be a lion or something, but then I'm like no, we're gonna have it be a cute little innocent little fluffy cat, and then we'll make you
Aw.
guys think that it's some sort of lion or tiger or
Sweet
something.
kitten.
Yeah.
Little man.
Little man.
I think if it wasn't for the whole murder thing, Lane would be stoked that his cat looks so sick.
True. He probably would. He'd probably be super into it.
Like, he can ride that cat to battle now.
I don't
True.
know. Like,
We're taking away such a beautiful gift from this child.
in the
I'm
if I
still gonna
lived,
do it, but I kind of feel bad.
if I lived in the world of D&D, I don't know how to react to that. But if in real life my actual house cat, I came home and it turned into a fucking panther, I think I'd be like, "Look, you're real fucking cool. I can't keep you." Like, you're gonna
Mickey,
get
this
my
is not gonna
dog.
work. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah,
Bro,
this
but if
ain't
I
gonna
was,
work.
but no, hear me out. If I was an adventurer in that world and my house cat that was like kind of a burden because like I had to keep protecting it suddenly turned into this giant monster thing I could ride into battle.
Yeah, like I said, in the world of D&D, whatever, it's cool. You know, you got rangers walking around with pet bears all the time. That's cool.
That's what I'm
But in
saying.
real life, I would not be down. I'd be like, nah. If
I
I
don't
can't
know.
go to sleep around an animal, I don't want it as a pet.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So since Brilliant has to go here soon, we're going to pick up just a little. We're gonna hop right back in.
Mhm.
So Beepo is now in a tree looking down at this creature because he quickly up a tree while you guys were off in the restroom. And so do either one of you guys want to? What do you guys want to do with this creature that is standing at you inquisitively, trying to figure out or not, as it's feasting on armor?
I'm gonna confirm its suspicions.
Ooh.
Oh.
No?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just heard a Raffi say that we needed to destroy the gemstone, and Percival's just like, "This is what I'm here for." So he's
Okay.
gonna just bum rush up to him and try to hit the gemstone specifically.
Okay, I want, since it doesn't know if you are a danger to it or not, I'll give you stealth, not stealth, but like advantage on
Surprise round.
Yeah,
Surprise
surprise round. That's what
round.
it's called. Thank you.
I got you.
All right.
And then
So with the
after that,
surprise
we'll roll
round,
initiative.
yeah, with the surprise round, I'm pretty sure I get advantage on the hit. So
Yeah, because they're surprised.
'cause they don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pull up my
Surprise!
stats again.
Yeah, I need to pull up my character sheet. Hold up. Because I know I have something special.
I pre-rolled my initiative and I am sad.
Surprise!
It has been so long since I've played. I have to remember how to
I'll
do
ask
it.
later. I'll ask on my turn. It's okay.
Don't worry. I've listened to God, what, 6 months worth
Okay.
of D&D
Supposed to.
podcasts, and I have gained little to no knowledge on how the game works still.
Well, it's like I'm sitting here going, I'm pretty sure this is how I'm supposed to math, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, that seems really high. Is that really how I math?
Yeah.
Efficiency
I mean-
bonus plus your modifier of what
Yep.
weapon you're using.
And then the
That's your hit
advantage.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your hit roll.
You're
Yeah,
just good at hitting things. It's fine. You can be good at hitting things.
14 is the
What?
total. I rolled low.
14 is the
What?
total. That's the
This-
hit.
Yeah.
Okay, you do hit it. And what's your damage then? What are you hitting it with?
I'm hitting it with my Warhammer, which is a 1d8. I need to find my diamonds
Bludgeoning damage.
in my bag.
If that matters.
My massive bag. Yes, it is bludgeoning.
I find it funny when Ziggy said, like, you're just really good at hitting things. Really? The 6'4" fully armored dude with a warhammer is
Well,
good
he
at
said that it
smashing
didn't
stuff?
seem right that it
Oh.
was so high, and I was like, "Yo, well, I'm good at lying to people. You're good at hitting things. Like that's just
Yeah.
the way the world works, you know." a
7
liar.
points of damage.
7 points of damage? 7. Okay.
I like that D&D like really allows that. Like, I'm really good at lying. I'm gonna make a whole career out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a really good liar, guys.
So you bring your warhammer down on it, and you hit it for 7 damage, and it kind of like staggers back, and kind of lets out another low growl, and kind of like gets down ready to attack. I want everyone to roll initiative. Ready?
I rolled 11.
suppose.
Now, to be fair for accuracy, I brought my Warhammer up directly into its chest to hit that gem.
I want to also appreciate that the creature was so knocked back by surprise that it rolled a nat 1.
Yay!
So
15 for me.
15. Okay. Okay. What did everyone get?
I
If
got
you
a
want,
20.
wait.
Pretty much at once. Pix, you go first. What did you get?
I got a 5.
5. Okay, Jillian, what did you get?
Bertie's not having a good day. I'm switching to
20
my day
total.
dice.
20 total. Okay.
Oh my god.
And Salad,
This
what'd
is
you
so
get?
cute of us.
11.
No, Salad, you're supposed to get a 10. We could have been 5, 10, 15, 20. What are
Okay.
you doing?
So
Listen,
Ah,
Meepo makes his
Can't
own path,
believe you.
okay?
apparently.
Meepo's his own little man.
I'm putting my duck dice in dice jail.
That's good.
Yeah, you get in dice jail, duck.
Okay. So the way the initiative will go will be Drillian, Ziggy, Salad picks, and then this large creature. Okay.
Oh, it's large?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big ass cat. I thought
Yeah,
it was like
no, this
still.
this
I
cat
thought it went
no.
from house cat to like like tiger size. I
No,
didn't
he
think it went to
big. He
fucking
he
like.
beefy. He big beefy boy. He stands to about 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
Like
he was
to
like
the
eye
shoulder.
level with
Like the
Raffi on
shoulder,
rock.
yeah. Like shoulder, like the head.
Ooh.
He's a
Like a
big boy.
horse.
Yeah, he's a
Okay,
horse
this
size.
changes a lot of things. I thought it was just like a jaguar size.
Oh
or
no, he's
puma
like
size.
he's
No,
like
this is
Clydesdale.
like. Oh God. Okay.
Clydesdale
Well, this
horse,
is a
something
problem.
like that. Like he's pretty tall.
Meepo is all of a sudden not as down to attack this thing. He's like questioning. He's now questioning like.
If this was once Snowball, it's a mystery as to how it got so big, guys. At this
Whole ass
moment.
avalanche.
Huh?
Whole ass avalanche now.
Yeah. Okay.
He is no longer Snowball.
So, Julian went. Ziggy, I want you to roll to hit, and what are you gonna do to this cat as it kind of staggers back a little bit, confused,
Okay.
still kind of
So-
collecting itself.
Not to rules lawyer. Is this still the surprise round,
Is it the
or are
surprise
we
round?
doing
Is that-
initiative order? Because a surprise round is it's a round all on its own, and then it goes to the initiative
okay,
order.
so it would be the surprise
if we're doing
round
it
then.
again, if it's still a surprise round, okay.
Yeah, and if someone else wanted to attack with Percival, then it would still, unless you guys are watching Percival attack and then following suit.
I don't think any of us moved fast enough to be
No.
in a surprise round.
Okay.
Like, just realistically, I don't think any of us moved as fast as he did. Like,
Okay.
he went for it, and
Yeah.
all of us were kind of like, "Whoa, that's a big cat." You know what I mean?
Meepo just saw this cat, like who he can't even tell it's a cat. He's like, that's a weird looking hairy dragon. Like get smacked and like probably back up,
Yeah.
and then he just sees like the cat for the first time, and now he also sees Percival step in the frame. He's like, oh shit, we're doing this. Like no, I didn't
Oh
have
no,
time to
stepping back
attack.
now. Oh shit. And I want to also add, Meepo has no idea that you guys are not trying to kill this thing. Has
No
no
idea.
idea about the gem.
I
He has
haven't
no
been part
idea.
of this conversation at any point.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
So-
been too far away to hear you guys whispering about what's going on. He's just up in a tree now, so he thinks you guys are down to kill this thing. Okay, so if we're doing initiative, then you go again, then Drillian. Is that how it would work?
Yeah.
Then? Since you rolled
Mhm.
highest. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, feel free to correct me on some things and stuff like that, because like I said, I don't know how that stuff.
How
Yeah, no,
dare
you're
you,
good.
Cody? You rules lawyer. I'm so upset at you right now.
Good, as you should be. All right, then I'm just gonna go up and attempt to hit it again.
Oh.
This time without advantage.
Oh.
That is 21 to hit.
It's
What did I do last time? 7 damage, so I do 8 damage this time.
Okay.
So the 1-2 punch. Oh, actually, I also wanted to put in a little bit of divine smite to that.
okay. What does that do?
You can do that.
I
at any
can
point
do
in your
that.
attack. Yeah.
So divine smite is something that I can do after I know that my attack hits. I can expend a spell slot, which I have 5 of, to deal radiant damage to the target, in addition to my weapon's damage. And I can do an additional 2d8 damage. So that's 5, 8 damage addition. So 16 in total.
In total.
As Jackie said, smite go burr.
This might go burr.
It's hit for 23 now.
Yep. And as a tip for you, Avian, if it helps, just
I'm counting up to the hit points, so
Yeah.
subtracting. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I
can't
was gonna say.
subtract,
Perfect.
So, yeah, I'm just counting. Which I'm also not very good at, but you know. Okay, so Ziggy, you see Percival attack this cat and manage to get a second hit in on it, hitting the gemstone on its chest. What do you do now?
Okay, I have a question, first of all. So I have an ability, because I'm a warlock, hexblade warrior. I have an ability called Hexblade's Curse. which means once per short rest. As a bonus action, I choose one creature you can see within a 30 foot to curse it for 1 minute or until the target dies, you are incapacitated, blah, blah, blah.
What does
Against the cursed target, I get a +2 bonus to damage rolls, and I crit on a 19 and a 20. Can I curse the gem? Will you allow me to curse the gem, Avian?
So then it would do more damage if you hit the gem
It would do
itself.
+2 damage each time I hit.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just like a little bonus to my damage.
Also, I'm gonna change. I also realized that, for the sake of the story, since you are trying to hit specifically the stone, I am going to raise the armor class to hit the stone specifically up a little bit.
Valid.
So we'll
Makes
leave the damage already done, and we'll say that was to the gem itself already. But any damage now further, there's gonna be a bit of a higher armor class to hit the stone itself versus that. Okay,
I am
yeah,
fine
go
with that. I would still be aiming for
Yeah.
just the thing. I would still go for it.
It's
So we
like a
know that a
called shot at that
14 hits
point.
the cat.
Yeah. So
Okay, but so you'll let me curse the gem?
yes, you can curse the gem, but also just separate from the curse itself, just for future reference for anything with like a stone implant or whatever like that. Not saying there'll be more or not. For future reference, there's an
No, for sure.
there's an armor class of the creature itself, and then I'm gonna have the armor class for the stone be higher than that. So if you hit it, you can hit the stone or the cat. If it's too low, you'll only hit the creature and not the stone. Because it is
That's
still,
fine.
That makes
it's
sense.
you have to, you're aiming for the chest, and if it's moving around, you're not guaranteed to hit the stone every time.
Sure.
I think there's an actual rule for that called like a called shot in like older
There
editions.
is.
Yeah.
Is there? Okay.
Yes. Anyways, can I just use my movement to like get? Actually, I don't have to go anywhere. I don't know why I'm trying to do anything. I don't have to
Yeah,
go
you're
places.
still on the stone.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I point at it, and I go at the at the stone specifically, and I say, "Not today." And then I cast a Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. Roll for damage. How does Eldritch Blast work?
So I rolled to hit.
Yeah, that's what I
I
mean.
got a 17.
Okay, that will hit the stone.
Okay, dope. And then I roll a d10. Oh, I got a 10. 10 plus 5 because it's one of my little things.
Okay.
Plus another 2, so it'll be 17 damage to the stone.
Oh,
17 damage to the stone.
You picked the Warlock pack where you can add your Charisma modifier
Yes,
to
I
your
did.
Eldritch Blast.
I
That is
did do
very
that.
strong.
It's
Adding
very
it, I still need my
strong,
damn
yes.
calculator.
Especially later on, where you can throw like 3 of them a turn. Like that.
Uh-huh.
That's strong as fuck.
It's very good for me.
Okay.
I'm also good with weapons. Fun fact, if I can't do my Eldritch Blast, I also have weapons that I'm good with because I'm a Hexblade warrior instead of just a warlock.
Oh damn!
Okay, so you blast Eldritch Blast, and it hits square in the chest, hitting the stone, and you kind of see the stone kind of starting to form a few cracks in it as it's kind of now taking so much damage now from attacking. You guys attacking. And now I believe next in initiative is Salad. Yes.
It's a me. Up on my tree.
Yes.
Still not understanding that you guys are specifically hitting the stone. I'm like, I guess we're killing this thing.
Guess it's time to die.
Time to die. So this thing is still like about 15 feet away from me.
It kind of staggered back a little bit, so probably
Okay.
more about 10 feet from you now.
Okay, so it's closer to me.
Yes, it's a little bit close.
Okay. Could I, since I'm on a tree branch, run along the tree branch Naruto style and jump in the air and try to land stabbing this cat right on top of it?
If you roll athletics.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Or can I roll acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
acrobatics. No,
You
acrobatics
choose.
works.
You can
Yeah.
choose.
Acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you think works. Or
Let me roll
better.
acrobatics first. Go ahead, Ziggy. What?
I just want to see you do cool flips. Let's see.
You don't
I'm gonna
get to
do-
roll
I'm gonna do
both
all
of
the
them. You get to roll one or the other.
I rolled acrobatics, and I rolled a 16, so 16 plus 7.
Okay.
So that's
7?
Go for it. Yeah.
I'm a roll. It's
I forgot.
skills are like all I have. You ask me to do anything else, I'm garbage.
Okay, so you successfully, jump off the branch, and then I need you to roll to hit for hitting it.
And this would be considered a sneak attack since
Yeah.
I haven't been seen
Yeah,
yet,
because it has
even
no
though
idea
I'm
you're
flying
there.
through the air at this moment.
Yeah.
So I would get advantage.
Yes.
Is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, no, you're good because it has no idea either. I forgot that you're. But yeah, you'll have sneak attack damage.
I rolled double 11, so that's +7, so 18.
4 to hit.
Yeah, to hit. 18 to hit.
Okay, and since you don't know the stones there, not hit.
I'm targeting
obviously.
the
yeah,
monster.
you're targeting the cat.
Like,
So
I'm
yeah.
landing on its
Oh yeah,
back.
because you said you're
stabbing
landing on
into
the
it.
back. So yeah, that does hit the cat.
Yeah.
And roll for damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll with sneak attack. So that's +5.
Okay.
So hold on, that's a total of 15.
15. 1-5.
Yeah,
Okay.
1-5.
Got scared there for a minute.
50.
I'm like, what?
Don't put it past a low-level rogue. They'll do it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Watch
with
me,
like
bitch.
with a nat 20, I mean,
Yeah, I
You
was
You,
like,
could.
you absolutely can with an at 20. You can
Yeah.
hit above 50. Yeah.
if it was a 50, then we would have been in sorry trouble.
um upon seeing him like attack the cat, I'm like, Meepo, no! Attack the gem!
Can he even see the gem?
No, he has no idea what you're
I
talking
haven't
about.
seen it yet.
I'm just that's what my character would say. Like, it doesn't matter if she knows what you've seen, that's what she would say. She's like, attack
Upon-
the gem.
Upon hearing the mention of shinies, Meepo will immediately go from like stabbing mercilessly the thing to go shinies and like start looking around
Like,
like yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Also, I must ask for Jackie's sake, how many flips did Meepo do?
Yeah, how many flips?
How many
Rolling for it.
of, I don't know, 2?
2 flips.
2
God
flips.
damn.
Yeah. Those 2 flips
Pretty good.
midair, somersaults his way out.
I'd
the
be
branch.
impressed. I'd be impressed if someone just flipped from a tree and stabbed something.
Gertie, it is now your turn. What do you do with the big old creature in the gym chat?
So QWERTY's just gonna run up and target the gem with her great axe.
Roll to hit.
That is a +5. So that's a 19.
Oh,
with
that
my
definitely, yeah, that
+5.
definitely hits.
Yeah, I think it might.
No, it just barely grazes it.
And then the damage is D12 +3, which is a 12.
Okay.
So that's with the +3.
With +3. Okay, so that's
She's finally she can do it in battle.
okay.
She can't do anything else.
So the stone looks
Powerful.
pretty cracked now as you guys as you lay your axe into this stone now. The cat kind of like shaking it off a bit and lets out a growl at you. And let me actually just quickly look at the abilities again.
Stats real quick.
I know, let me just quickly
Let
look
me
at the
look
stats.
up my
Cat
cat
growling out?
stats.
Let me
What?
look at my cat stats real quick. BRB.
Who's the cat growling at?
It is growling just at you 3 in front of it. It's just like
Okay.
not
I'm
happy.
not
because
in
of
front of
stabbing
it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
sorry,
all the
not-
way over by this rock still.
He's growling
man.
at. He's
I don't
growling
know.
at. Yeah, no, he's not growling at Raffi, but he's growling at Percival and QWERTY. So it is going to. Oh, sorry, It is going to attack. Why? Oh, that's why I'm so confused. I also have the character sheet for a guard up here for some reason.
Oh.
Oh,
'Cause
let's go beat up the guards,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
That
'cause I
was
also had,
fun.
yeah.
They weren't very nice. Let's go fight them.
Because originally,
Listen, you were expecting us to kill guards. That as a DM, good job, gold star.
Yeah, I respect that. You're right. You should have that.
And I'm
crest.
like spear. Why is there a spear here? Why does the cat have a spear? No, okay.
It's a really powerful cat, man.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
your question?
So it is going. Let me just make sure
I'll
that.
let you tell them.
Here. Okay. So it is going to take a bite action towards Percival, and that.
Okay.
Let's see. The hit before I say damage. That does a 14 hit?
No.
No? Okay. It leaps towards you, tries to bite, and its teeth just
Shield
like,
check.
bounce. Yeah, just bounces right off your armor. It's just like can't quite pierce through the plate mail that you've got going.
To be fair, I only have chainmail. I'm not
Oh,
quite
sorry,
that
chainmail.
overpowered yet.
I just know you're covered in like,
Fully, yeah.
yeah.
Covered
So
in
that's what I
chainmail
meant,
with
yeah.
like leather and cloth underneath. I have a shield and then a full frog helm.
Looking like a Knights Templar, my dude.
Yeah, kinda.
So as it kind of bites back on you and kind of bounces back off just off your armor, not doing anything to it. It kind of moves away just a little bit. It's now probably about 10 feet away from you guys. He doesn't move far, but he's trying to kind of size you guys up. He's now about probably again 15 to 20 feet away from. No, no, sorry.
He
Meepo-
backed away
Meepo's on
from
his
us,
back.
so we all get attacks of opportunity. Is what
Oh
you're saying.
yeah, he does.
Yes!
That's right. Yeah. Okay, so attack of opportunity. Then Meepo's right on his back. I forget that's a thing.
Well, we all do because
Get
they're all
dun,
in.
dun.
He was
Yeah,
all in range.
All
of
you
us,
guys get
so-
attack of opportunity.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, right.
I
I'll
am
let you
not-
guys roll first.
I am not by this.
Yeah.
I'm over
Wait,
there.
Percival, Kirti. Yeah. Yeah.
You had it
Wait.
right at least one time, so
I
Look,
know,
look,
no,
look,
every time I- every time I
look in
say
the
it, it's
Discord.
wrong.
Look in the Discord. Look in the
I-
Discord. There's a little pronunciation guide. It's helped me a lot.
Right?
Literally, no mic. Go look. QWERTY.
Oh.
That actually is
Clarity,
how I.
okay.
Isn't
started
it
pronouncing I
amazing?
think, right?
That's
Yeah.
why I've been able to say it since.
Look, I didn't know we were going for simple names here. And the
P
D&D
is-
thing of just madness.
Listen, I just always go for something that I think most people could say. That's my
I
only
didn't
requirement. I
consider
go,
it at
that
all.
seems...
See, but you
I
also
just
said
like
I
the name
can't pronounce
Meepo.
anything.
I think it's a fun little gremlin name, so I went with Meepo.
I like it.
Reffy's name means rage quit and quiet anger, and I was like,
Right.
yep, sold.
You guys
Oh yeah,
roll
all
your
my
attack
names mean
opportunities.
things. But I won't tell you what. Yeah, roll your attacks, guys.
Right.
What am I rolling? Specifically?
The hit.
Just an attack.
Yeah, D20.
Attack of opportunity.
You
so-
get one attack.
So
Your
it's just my
choice.
great
It can't be a
axe.
spell, but like a melee attack.
Yeah, so any sort of like, whenever you or a creature runs by you or disengages off of you, whatever, you get attack.
Well, if they
of
disengage, then you don't
Well,
get
yeah,
the
not
attack of
disengage, but yeah, I mean just in like kind of backing off of you, not the disengage ability. Sorry. You get an attack of opportunity, or the enemy gets attack of opportunity by them. So then that's just a straight D20 roll for a melee weapon. You don't get to like pop up or running by you.
So it's the d20 plus your bonus for whether it hits, right? And then it's the damage.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like doing a normal attack.
Okay.
I
It's just
got-
exactly what you did on your turn,
Yeah.
basically.
I've got my hit.
What did you roll?
I got 17 plus 5, 22.
Okay, yeah, you definitely hit roll
Yeah.
for damage.
I only rolled an 8, so I don't think I do.
No, you did not.
So I'm
hit.
gonna roll. Sorry, because I had to look up because I would technically still.
Yeah,
This
you're
would
still
still
on
be a
its
sneak
back.
attack. Well, this
Well,
would
it
still
knows
be a
it knows
sneak
you're
attack.
there though
No,
now because you stabbed
knows-
it.
But
You
back.
still get sneak attack damage because you're within. It's within 5 feet of your allies. Yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
gotcha.
so that's why I
I
had
got
to
you.
look that up because I wasn't. I was like,
I don't play
However, you can
rogues
only
very
do
often.
sneak attack once per round, and the
Mhm.
round hasn't ended yet.
Yeah,
Because
you're
you
right.
just
so
win.
this would not be a sneak attack.
That's true. No
That's a
sneak
good
attack
point.
damage.
I hate you all. Anyways,
Sorry, Salad.
No, you're
I
good.
played into a meal. I promise you.
I know it's all good. Hold on. How much is that?
Damage.
Excuse me. So 9 plus 7. So what's that? That's
16.
16. Yeah, and I'm still trying to hit the creature, by the way,
Yeah.
because I haven't
mean,
picked up on the gem part.
Yeah. So when
You said gem. and he
Rafi's
hasn't
about to
seen
hit
it.
you. I swear to God.
Bertie,
So-
how much damage did you deal to the gem? Because you rolled high enough to hit the gem on this way past you.
11 plus 3, 14.
14. Okay. And Khaled, Meepo, how much did you hit for
Let
the
me
cat
roll. Bang. Luckily, I rolled pretty low. So I rolled a 1, so that's 1 plus 5, so 6.
Okay, so that's
Right?
cat. The cat is looking kind of scraped up a little bit, but he's still going pretty strong. As QWERTY kind of reaches down and hits the gem, the cracks in it are almost like barely holding together. Okay, as this cat kind of like gets hit by your 2 abilities and it's now like kind of staggering back, taking you guys one over. You hear a little pitter patter feet coming running up behind you as
Oh.
this.
Ah.
Do either one of you, anyone want to turn around and try and see where these footprints are coming from, or do you think no
Yeah.
one hears it? Okay, Arafi,
No,
roll
I-
to like
I
you turn
am-
around.
Yeah, I immediately turn around.
Okay, as you turn around, you see no other than Lane pattering through, sticks in hand, and it looks like he's got a fresh new one, all whittled in his other hand. He's ready. He's running up, and he's like, "Where's it at? I heard it growling. Where can I go?" And he's like ready. He's ready to fight. You know, he's yet to really see what you guys are looking at because he only sees Arafi up on the stone.
Right. Okay. Arafi yells back, "Destroy the gem. Don't hurt the creature." And then I focus, like I am out. I am looking at Lane. I am not in the battle anymore. I
Okay.
have like I slide down the rock to be like at level with Lane.
Okay. He rolled a 19 on his initiative, so he'll go between you and Drill, or after Drillian.
I was gonna say, what's his
Ziggy's
dexterity
face is
bonus?
so insulted.
Dare.
Ziggy's like, this motherfucker.
It's fine. I'm just gonna try and grapple him if he tries to run past me, because technically he's within melee range of me, so I can technically grapple him
Like
with
flailing
my
with his sticks.
opportunity attack. So, child, don't test me.
My one question is, now that this creature like backed away from us and turned back around, do I see the gem now?
Are you still on its back?
No,
you on
because
the ground now? 'Cause you
I
fell
imagine
off.
when I landed on its back, stabbed it, and I fell on the
And
ground.
then you fell
still.
on the ground. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I'm still on its back.
Okay, yeah.
'cause-
I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, it kind of turns around now, and if you want to roll a like investigation, it's gonna be a low investigation.
Can I do that like as a free action in
Yeah,
between rounds?
free
just
action,
to
yeah.
see?
That's a
Because
free
I'm
action.
actively looking around like
Yeah.
Chinese.
Yeah, this is a free action. I'm not gonna make you use an action to look at it.
Investigation, you said?
Yeah, or perception. Perception, sorry. No.
Ooh. Hmm.
Is it gonna be
That's not
It's gonna
very-
be pretty low, so it'll be pretty easy to.
All right, well, because I rolled an 8.
Oh yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it.
Okay.
I was having the check to be like 5 or something because like you're kind of like
Okay.
in its face now. You're. Yeah,
I thought
turns
Ziggy was
around.
about to get real upset with me if I still hadn't seen the gem and accidentally
You'll
killed
be
her.
the next Eldritch Blast I throw out. Be careful.
All right, we're good.
Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, you see this gem, like this giant gem in your face. You're like, oh, that gem. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
kind of
picking
eye
up what you're
level with
putting
it.
down now.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see it sitting there. Okay. So roll the next turn. Julian, what do you want to do? With this cat that's now kind of staring you guys down, ready to fight.
If I have the movement to do it, I'm gonna run around to the front of it to try and continue smacking that gem.
Okay. Yeah, it's facing at you, so you'll probably only have to like think. But yeah, you only need, I think like 5 feet of movement. So you'll be fine. Okay. Go ahead and roll the
Okay.
hit.
And how badly damaged did you say the gem looked?
It looked like it was about to shatter. It looked like it's barely holding on in one piece.
Okay, where? Hold on, I have one thing that I need to check on. Because I'm pretty sure it does do this, but I need to make sure. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There it is. It does not do that. Okay. All right, I won't worry about that for right now. I will just try to smack it.
Valid.
That's a good option.
Yep.
Love a
Yep.
good snack.
Paladin approved.
Paladin
Yeah,
approved smack.
true.
So trying to hit the gem, that is a 10 total. Yay!
That does not hit the stone or the cat. So
That's
you
fine.
Works out in our
swing,
favor.
you swing and you miss completely.
Just trying to stay in its line of sight. Don't hit anyone else. Just go for me, please.
Okay. So now it is tiny little Lane's turn.
I am
and-
ready to tackle this child.
You're down behind the stone now, so you don't even have so Ziggy, where are you at? You're behind the stone. You don't.
Yeah,
Where did you
so
land?
I-
Where did you
I
land? Did you
heard-
land
okay,
in front?
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay.
So I heard the child. I turned around before the kid could like get forward and see the scene, slid back down the rock, so I'm standing like in front of the child to try and stop him from going past the rock and seeing a dead body.
Okay. So
I positioned myself like in front of the child.
okay. So
It's medieval times. He's seen worse.
yeah, it's fine. But yeah, no. So he sees you standing in front of him, and he hears the clanking and like the growling going behind this giant rock, and he can kind of see like flashes of kind of like what's happening, like the tail kind of flail out back as it's kind of moving back, and the axe swinging. And he's like, "God, it sounds amazing back there. Come on, let me at him." And
We've got it covered.
he starts
Nope.
to like sprint past you to around this rock.
I want to grapple him.
You wanna grapple him?
Opportunity attack.
Opportunity
Let me
attack,
grapple him.
Okay. How does
It's
grappling work?
a
exactly
opposed
again?
athletics
Opposed athletics.
check, which
Okay.
I have 0, but I'm hoping that the child doesn't. Oh, I got an 18.
Okay.
If you get out grappled by a literal
If a child gets out of my 18 grapple, I'm
He
gonna
got
be
a
very
16.
disappointed.
He got a 16.
Yes,
So.
get dunked on, small child. So I'm just like, I just like wrap my arms fully around him so that he can't move his arms or his feet, and I very slightly lift him up off the ground so that he can't keep running.
He's just like flailing. Let me at it. Sticks kind of like flailing in his hands.
No,
These
it's
sharp
fine.
like
We've got it.
shins, just like.
It's fine. Don't.
Okay, so that means if you are taking your attack upon your opportunity to grapple him, I'm gonna have you be grappled for your turn. since
Yeah,
you have him in
I
his
can't
hand.
do anything while I
Yeah.
have him grappled. True.
So she is grappled with Lane in her hands. So Salad, it is now your turn. You have just seen the stone in his chest and realized what everyone's trying to do. What do you do?
How rough does the actual creature look right now?
He looks a little hurt. He's got some scrapes and bruises, but like, he looks like he's been beaten a little bit, but still pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay, and the stone you said was about to shatter.
Yeah, it
Felt
looks like it looks like another hit or two will shatter it.
Okay. I'm going to run up in between Percival's legs because I'm a small creature and I can occupy the same space. And I'm going to immediately smack at the gem using my sneak attack.
Is that a rapier, or are you just happy to see me?
It's a broken messer, sir. God, read my backstory. Jeez.
All right,
Okay.
send it to me.
It's
Go
actually
ahead.
not in the backstory. But...
Go ahead and roll for attack.
All right.
Or roll to hit, I mean.
This would not be an advantage because we're not flanking right now, theoretically.
But I am within.
You get the
Flanking
sneak
is
attack
different.
damage. You don't
You
get
get sneak
the
attack,
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
flanking, it's like a direct, like,
Mhm.
180 line. You need to be in front of it and me behind it.
Yeah.
Would I have gotten advantage on my attack?
Not necessarily.
No, because he wasn't behind it. He had
I wasn't
fallen
behind it.
like
I was,
off of it.
I'm like
Like he was on the side of it. You know what I
because
mean?
you can't actually finish your turn in the same space as an enemy, theoretically. So I would be like on the ground next to it.
I wasn't aware of positioning, so I wasn't worried.
That's a 13 plus 7 on the gem, so 20, dirty
Hit?
20. Yes.
Jesus. Yeah, that does hit the stone. How...
Stop reacting like this. People's good at things, okay?
It's just a lot higher than what I was expecting for level 3. Jeez, but yeah.
Rogues are
Rogue.
crazy. You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Okay, well,
Rogues
at
can
least...
do one thing at low level, and it's kill things.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I hope you guys know that I was very scared that this wasn't going to be a balanced fight, and I would have to level you guys up after this, so then you'd be fine for future fights. Yeah, I think you'll be good.
Yeah, we're fine. It's Gucci.
Yeah. Okay,
Uh,
so
vibing.
what's the damage on the
Total
stone?
damage with my dex modifier, that's 8 plus 5, so that's 13.
What's the sneak attack damage? Is that with it?
Yeah, it's with sneak attack.
Oh, okay.
That's 13 total. Like weapon damage plus sneak attack. I rolled pretty low actually. I
I
rolled a 2 on my D8 and a 2 on one of my D6s. so.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
So you reach your rapier into it, and how does this rapier go into this gem as it shatters?
Well, it's not a rapier.
Sorry.
Is the funny thing.
Sorry.
It's cool, but it's
Drillian
so-
said rapier, and now I've got rapier on the head.
This
Just-
is important.
no, but just imagine like, because it's a master, but most people. Okay, have you played Shadow of Mordor? Anybody here?
Nope.
All right. Imagine a sword that's broken and it has like still like a stabby bit at the end
Yeah.
because it broken it. That's basically what stabs into this gem.
Broken
It's like a
the
broken
sword.
sword.
Gotcha. Okay. As you go to reach your sword into this gem, it wedges just perfectly into the cracks. And as you hit, this gemstone like shatters and falls out of the like chest cavity. And what's weird about this chest cavity is it's not bloodied. It's almost as if like you know how in like a healed eye socket, it's just all skin and there's like nothing there. Yeah, it's smooth. It's skin. And as this kind of like shatters out, this creature kind of like almost like freezes up for a bit. And this like kind of
Cody, did you just receive gay toilet paper?
We order from a company called Who Gives a Crap, and
Best
normally
bum.
they're just like zebra print stuff or like leopard print, and this one says my bum deserves a trophy.
That's beautiful.
And
I
then
love
there's
it.
this like smiling rainbow that says I'm trying my best.
That's
And that one's
really
got
beautiful.
that
Oh
one's
my
got dogs on it.
gosh.
My
There's a
God.
corgi.
It's amazing.
All right, I was just curious because I just saw like the rainbow and it looked like a toilet paper roll, and I was like, "Is that gay toilet paper?" Like,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
toilet paper. It's toilet paper, baby.
So as this like gemstone falls out of it in this chest cavity that looks pretty much like just like an emptied eye socket, doesn't seem like any sort of like damage has been done to the chest itself, apart from any sort of scrapes that you guys caused while attacking it. And this weird like almost blinding light comes out as this creature starts to kind of shrink down a bit and shrink down back to almost like handheld size as it's kind of reverting back handheld, yeah, as it's kind of reverting back into this small little feline. And as it comes back to this little feline, it's kind of sitting there. It's kind of laying there like kind of unconscious. It's laying there kind of unconscious, and next to it is a mangled lizard. It's just a completely just dead mangled lizard.
Oh.
Oh.
I will immediately run up, take the cat in my little goblin hands. Well, not goblin, but you know,
Yeah.
kobold hands.
Gremlin
my
hands.
little gremlin hands. And I will look at the cat
Coon hand.
and just be like, "That is indeed a feline," and I will just throw it over at Percival.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna grab the little dead reptile and I'm just gonna start eating it.
So I need Percival to roll to catch this cat.
Catch the cat, please.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
What do you need me to roll?
Roll. Oh God, what would be good for
Dexterity?
maybe?
Dexterity
or sleight of
saving
hand?
throw?
Dexterity saving throw to save the cat
Yeah.
as it's thrown at you.
Okay, first of all, before anybody panic, it's a cat. It's literally
yeah,
made of
it's
water.
It's unconscious.
I know Salad would never do this, but this is not gonna kill the cat. Like,
All
You
right,
don't know
all
that.
right.
You don't know how
You
weak this
stabbed
cat
it a few
is.
times.
Is it a dexterity saving throw or just a dexterity roll?
I would think save. I would think a save throw.
Okay. Can I ask that Salad have to roll for accuracy as to how close or far he actually gets to
Yeah.
throwing the cat to me?
I can
Okay.
do that.
If the cat
I'm
even
like
goes
right
anywhere.
next to Percival. Can I get an athletics throw ready?
Yeah,
If he misses?
yeah, go for it.
Okay, so what am I rolling here? Am I just rolling like a dex attack, like a throw? So like a dex
yeah.
check,
Yeah, I would
basically?
think
That seems
so.
fine, right?
Probably an attack without proficiency. You're not
So like
proficient.
a
cat.
straight up.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
proficient
You
in
don't
cat.
know. You don't know, Meepo. So it's just like a dex check. Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2, so +5. That's a 7.
Okay. You pick up this cat by the scruff of its fur, and you fucking yeet this thing as hard as you can, but it goes like 2 feet in front of you. Like you just...
I basically punt the cat, just fucking whop.
It goes.
So-
It barely takes because you're so short, and you didn't. You just kind of like, and just kind of nonchalantly tossed it behind you. It goes about 2-3 feet behind you, and just kind of drags across the ground. It did not go very far, and it did not fall very far at
Poor
all.
cat.
I have never been so upset with my character before.
You did not catch the
And
cat.
Percival
huh?
just looks
I
at the
got an
cat as
18
it falls.
athletics, so I would have if it went anywhere near us.
Yeah. You guys just have to. You guys like you get ready to catch it, and you realize it doesn't go anywhere. And Percival turns and looks and trips over his own feet as he's trying to go and reach for this cat and face plants
Per-
into the ground in front
Percival
of him.
doesn't even try to catch the cat.
He turns around to see that Meepo's thrown something, and as you do, you trip over your own feet, and you're in the ground. You're just like, oh, okay, I'm here now.
I'm face down again.
I'm face down again.
Oh man,
Okay.
I can't believe I rolled a 2 and you rolled a 1.
That's
And,
amazing.
that's not even a fucking meme. Like I rolled an actual 2 there. Like, it's hard to see on this dice, but
Oh, this poor cat.
Okay.
uh,
Do you let
I am upset at
Lane
my-
go, or
I am still containing this
You're still
child
containing-
until
okay.
someone comes and tells me that I don't have to anymore.
Can I pick up the cat?
yeah?
I
we're
am
na- we are
on
now
child
we're now out of
containment
initiative. We're no longer in
duty.
initiative, so you guys are free to do whatever.
I'm
So
gonna pick up the cat. The poor
take a nap.
cat.
I'm
Okay.
going.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep eating this little lizard thing that was on the ground that was already dead, by the way.
Yeah.
And
eating the evidence.
is the gem still there?
It is there, but it is in shambles, and it seems to have lost that glow to it. It seems to be now shattered in pieces, and it seems to be no more than an empty gray husk.
Okay, can I inspect the gem?
Go for it. What are you looking for?
I'd like to use Arcana to like look at it, like look for any like what kind of magical properties. I'm proficient in Arcana, if that
Yeah.
helps. Like, cause I just saw a dragon creature with hair on its butt that turned out to be a cat dragon creature, like turned back into a cat and a lizard thing with a little gem. Like I'm confused. So
it's-
I'm guessing there's
It's
magic
not a
going
little
on
gem.
here.
This gem was about the size of your hand, like as an
Okay.
average human's hand, which is what makes it so
Right,
strange.
so-
Because like when they made the perception check earlier on the gem, they recognized it as a like sunstone, which is the stones that are like enchanted stones that they used for often bartering throughout Nakea and stuff like that. But it was just
Mhm.
unnaturally large, whereas like they rarely get that large or bigger.
Right. So I'm gonna roll an Arcana check specifically to like inspect it a little further, maybe.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, so 14 plus 7, that's 21.
21. Okay. You look at this stone, and like I said, you recognize it as like a sunstone that like you've seen around the market as people like bartering and other things and such. Are you just trying to figure out like why it had that kind of magical property, or like how, like what exactly
Yeah,
are you
because I'm
trying to
guessing
look at?
I'm trying to see like because I'm guessing Meepo with like such a high roll and also just being kind of like a student of magic and magical items and things like that. He immediately recognized, oh, that's a fucking sunstone. Like as
Mhm.
soon as he sees it, like personally now, and he's just like you said, it's an unusually sized one. And
Yeah.
I'm trying. I don't. Are sunstones known? Like, does Meepo know if sunstones are known for combining?
They're native only to Nakea because they're what
Right.
That's beautiful,
I
Jen.
love it.
So I don't think Meepo would have too much knowledge on them, even if he does have a bunch of like arcana,
Right.
since they are.
So he might have
native
heard
to-
about them.
Yeah.
But he's not like no. Okay.
You guys have not
So-
straight up asked.
You're not
anyone-
proficient in sunstone, you know?
You're not
No, that's-
proficient in
that's-
geology. 'Cause,
So
like,
right. So I guess I wouldn't gather that much information. I guess I was trying to see like if Meepo knew a thing or two about sunstones and like see if he notices anything strange or different.
You
about
noticed
this
that it
one.
was a stone that looked odd, like that looked very familiar to the stones that you see bartering with in the streets. If you want to take the shards, you can. Be my guest, take them, storm away for later use, or you can just leave them there. It's up to you. But as far as Meepo can tell, it just looks like a stone that has been sapped of a bunch of magic.
I'm going to grab both my little hands and like scoop up all the pieces of stone and just run away like a raccoon with a handful of dog food
Okay.
and just like run off into my own little corner.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna bust out my book and like literally just start writing furiously in it.
Okay. And Qwerty, you grab
Completely
pick up the
ignoring
cat.
the cat, completely ignoring the dead farmer man's
You
body.
drop the
yeah,
lizard.
I love that.
Oh yeah, the body is still there.
Oh, no, I'm still munching on the lizard.
Oh.
The lizard's like in like the corner of Meepo's mouth as he's doing all this.
Okay. Like a cigar just laying limp, and it's like
That is exactly right, Cody. That gif you just posted in No Mic, that is Meepo right now.
okay. So
Beautiful.
Qwerty picks up the cat. Meepo runs off with the with the gemstones. What does everyone else do seeing this scene with Arafi still grappling the kid as he is flailing his arms, screaming for someone to let him go so he can go and join the fight or see what's happening. So you guys now heal the kid.
I'm gonna go over to the dead farmer and just pick his body up.
Okay. Is that it? You're not gonna do anything, just pick up the body?
Well, probably like investigate him sort of thing, just see like what the extent of the wounds are, make sure that I can't, lay on hands and heal him or anything. Like if he's dead.
Oh no, he's dead. Like his chest cavity is
I'm not
open.
breaking that news.
His organs are out.
They're
dead.
gone.
His
liver is no longer present.
So I'll probably like stick my hand in there and like feel around, see what's missing, just like get a good idea.
Good.
Like does he still have his heart there or anything? That sort of thing.
Go ahead and
Okay, but like, does he still have his heart there? I'm curious now.
No, the heart is gone. The
heart is gone.
Yeah.
Dang, I wanted that.
Oh.
What?
Huh? Right.
Okay. So you're feeling around. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. A few organs missing, liver gone, heart gone, one of the lungs untouched. Intestines kind of nibbled a little bit. It looks like you interrupted him while he was slurping on the intestines. Yeah, he got the liver though. That's the good stuff.
No spaghetti for you.
Yeah, no spaghetti. You interrupted it in the spaghetti. Okay. What do you guys do about Lane now still flailing in Arafi's arms?
I don't know what has happened over there. I hear that it's quiet, so I'm assuming it's done, but I literally have no idea what's happening because I fully pulled myself out of a fight and I am just containing the child so that he can't see.
Okay.
I think QWERTY holding this very limp, very red cat. It's just gonna
cool
cool
blood
out.
on the face.
It's just gonna cool out. Hey, Arafi, it's fine, but I think this cat might need a bath before seeing its owner.
Oh, great. Lane, we found your cat.
Snowball, you found
Do you
Snowball?
mind?
Come on, let me
No,
go. And he's like trying to
hold
flail.
on.
He's trying to flail out.
Lane,
He's trying to flail.
listen.
I need you to make a opposing strength check as he's
Oh,
now trying to
God.
come out of your arms.
If you lose this, Ziggy,
I got an
against your
actual
child-
20.
Yeah,
Hey.
Screen, baby. What do you
Arafi
mean? You want me to share
was-
my screen? I'll do it.
No, I believe you. Rafi was probably an older sister in
Yeah.
this universe. It has dealt with many a child being like, "No, you can't run around down the stairs." Okay.
Yeah, he rolled a 2, so he's like flailing, trying, but his flailing is to no avail. You got an arm strictly around his chest, right around him, like you have him locked. He's trying to get out.
Lane.
Let me see Snowball as he's flailing around, trying to get through, and realizes he's not getting anywhere.
Lane, we will let you see your precious cat as soon as we give him a little bath, okay? We
Cats
just
don't
want to
like
make sure
baths.
That's too bad, isn't it? We
Okay.
don't always like things we have to do.
I think
No.
QWERTY's gonna. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I think QWERTY's gonna yell out, "Kid, do you want to be traumatized?"
Yes!
She's very blunt.
Wait.
What?
Never mind. I'm a liar. JK. I thought I had a spell, but I don't.
Oh.
You're just gonna make
Kid sleep.
just like chloroform the kid.
Well, there's a spell that instantly cleans things, and I thought it was thaumaturgy. It's like a cantrip or something. I thought it was thaumaturgy, but it's prestidigitation, which I don't have because I have thaumaturgy. Anyways, proceed.
Okay. So how do you guys want to go about now bringing the cat and the kid and the body back?
Well, once Percival is done examining the body and being far too invasive, he's just gonna.
Way too personal, didn't even take you out to dinner first.
Yeah, no, obviously not. I'm not wearing a cape or anything, otherwise I would have said that I would drape that over the body. So he's just gonna pick it up, like bride style, and just start walking it back to the farm.
Okay.
I think Rafi sees that and she throws him her cloak that she has on her to put
Perfect.
over the body.
something
It
you
takes
don't.
a second because she's like holding the kid like.
Yeah, she's
"Not
holding the
moving."
kid with like one arm and like wrestling the cloak like from off and like chucks it over at him.
No, Percival, don't move. I got this.
Don't worry.
Quirty has extra fabric
Clean.
around her waist. Can she like wrap the cat gently in that to like kind of hide the red bits?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Okay.
Try to swat a
Then
little
Then
I-
we'll
lady.
just eat strawberries. It's fine.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Yeah.
into some
finally-
strawberries.
I let the child go finally, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
we're
he-
gonna go.
He
We're
kind of
gonna
hops
let the
back
cat
with his sticks.
rest.
He's like, okay. Where are we going? Where's Snowball?
We're gonna let the cat rest a little bit. He's very tired. He almost got hurt. Okay. Is it okay if we let him rest for a little while longer, and we can play with him in a little bit?
Fine. Can I hold Snowball? And he kind of reaches over to, as he sees you kind of walking over with, very obviously, the cat in the bundle. A small bundle.
Well, we don't want to wake him up. We might wake him up if we pass him over. You know.
Nonsense. Snowball loves me.
QWERTY's like 6'3", so it's just gonna hold the cat.
Just like
up
trying to like
higher.
reach up and grab. He's just like, come on.
Like I'm not moving.
I think at that point we all start walking back.
He's like,
Meepo is still like while you guys are debating this, he's still off in the like everyone that was there saw him do what he did, and he just grabbed these gems and like went off in the corner. But he's not.
is
out
no
of
one
sight.
is no one gonna like go and like grab Meepo and bring him with?
He's just like writing like his notes
Ah.
about this gem in his book.
Hey, Meepo, are you gonna come with us back to the farm?
Then he's like in a daze. He's like, yes, farm. He puts his book away, grabs the gems, puts in his little bag. Like he doesn't hide any of this. He shows
Oh
you
yeah,
all what he's doing.
I fully let it. Like
And,
my character's fine with
He
him.
comes with you
happening.
guys, and he goes up to Corti, sorry. And why did you wrap the cat in a bundle?
Well, see, the cat has had a lot of strawberries and fruit, and I don't think that's a good impression for the kid, who should probably be having dinner right now. You know what? We don't want to spoil his appetite.
At this point, Meepo not understanding any of these social cues that you're throwing at him. Because his charisma is -2. Like he does not pick up on any of this.
Bless.
And all he picked up on is the cat was eating strawberries. Like, and he looks over at you and he's like, do cats in this land often eat fruits and berries?
I think this cat will eat anything, as we've seen. So yeah, I think strawberries is a
Anything.
good one to say.
So he does not only eat dead farmers,
That's
but he also eats berries.
Lane.
Snowball
I
ate
think I
a
see more
farmer?
sticks.
Metal.
No, Lane. There's more sticks over there. Go
Lane.
sharpen them.
There's more sticks. Go sharpen.
What
Like-
doesn't know how to do with kids?
Go pound sand is basically what you just said.
Get lost, kid.
Get lost, kid.
I need to quickly roll something for
Okay,
him.
so
Oh,
And I am
hey,
just about at
quickly,
time.
Before we continue, I just had to roll something for the child. So he kind of whips around back at you guys, and from all the flailing, that kind of came a bit loose. So when he turned around, his hat completely falls off, and reveals that this is not a little boy. This is a little girl
Freaking knew it.
with very like long, kind of curly white hair.
I was afraid you were going to tell us it was an adult man, and I was like, oh
was
no.
actually, I thought so too. It's
That's
like,
what
this
when
isn't.
you said this isn't a little boy, I was like, what?
It's a
I was like,
halfling.
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, is this a gnome? Is
Adult
it a
man or something?
halfling?
Yeah.
It's a 40-year-old gnome.
Hey, Lane.
Yeah. She has no
Why
idea
did you
that her
lie
hat.
to us?
She has no idea that her hat
About-
fell off.
Time out 2 seconds, Cody. You're saying that you had this. It was about time for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, if you want to say you went ahead of everyone else with the body to meet the wife, and if you want to, you can
Deal with that
go
mess.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me.
We'll say you took off with the body, presumably toward house, and then everyone else can deal with what's going on with this child, and we will.
Did Lane
you.
see the body?
No,
it's
we
wrapped
put
up
the
in a-
cloak
it's wrapped
over
up.
it.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just sees Percival walking away with. But he's more focused on Snowball and guys.
Okay. And Cody, did you want us to keep playing or?
Yeah, feel free to keep playing. I will keep my camera on for the sake of.
Not messing up everyone's layout.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
And thank you guys. Good luck. I will watch the rest of it back, but I'm gonna go have dinner with my sister who's coming into town. So,
All
mwah.
good. Have fun.
Have a
Eat
good
all the good
one.
food.
Take care, Cody.
Okay. So
Also, sorry I didn't want to interrupt everybody. It's just I heard him mention it. I just wanted,
That's
if he
okay.
had to go, then.
oh, I didn't even hear him mention it. I wasn't paying attention at the time. Yeah. So the kid turns around, has no idea that the hat fell off, and is just kind of like has like the sticks in hand, kind of like twirls them in her hand, and kind of sticks one back in her boot as she turns around back to Arafi.
Lane.
Yeah?
Why did you lie to us about who you are?
Because kids are liars.
What do you mean? I didn't lie about anything. And kind of like reaches up. She reaches up to her hat or her head and realizes she feels her hair and like kind of like goes pale and turns around and quickly sees the hat and grabs it and tries to stuff it back on, but can't quite get her hair back up into it like she had it before.
At this point, I think Arafi would just see like Meepo for the first time, like stop paying attention to whatever like menial task he's doing, like stop what he's doing, look over to Cordy after hearing like because kids are liars, just like a straight answer like that, and you just see like respect for the first time in his eyes, being like, "This person gets it. Like I can talk to this person."
Beautiful friendship here.
Lane.
Yeah. As she kind of like turns around, is trying to like recollect herself.
Who are you?
Promise me you won't freak out.
I think after what we just saw, not much is going to freak us out, bud.
Well, you promise not to tell my half sister or dad?
Mm,
I'm not promising shit.
I don't want to make promises that I don't fully intend on keeping, and if I don't know what the promise is referring to, I cannot ensure I will keep it.
Well, I think nope, never mind. That doesn't work because you did a thing for me. I haven't done anything.
Lane, we've helped you a lot, and we've done so with almost no information. We went into a very dangerous situation. I think it's
didn't know
only
it was
fair
gonna
that
be
you were
dangerous.
honest to us. I know. That's not your fault. I
She
just think
kinda-
it's only fair if now you were honest.
She kind of sighs and like kicks her foot on the ground. I want you to roll a. Are you? You're not really deceiving her at all. You're
No,
just trying
I'm
to
just being on. I'm trying
go
to
ahead
be
and roll a persuasion to
persuasive.
persuade her to tell you who she really is.
Okay.
Just because she really doesn't really want to tell you.
I got a
Okay.
nat one. I got a nat one.
I can intimidate.
Go for it. If
Yeah, you can try
wanna
that.
intimidate it, go for it.
That's
She ignores me. She give a fuck about what I say.
+4.
I'm reading chat and I'm just like, yeah, that checks out.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Better than one.
They rolled an 11, so they're not like super scared of you, but they're like enough they realize that like you did something behind that, and like sees that you do have a bit of blood on your guys' feet from like walking through all like the blood that was around there, and she's like, it's fine, I'm a princess. My name's not really Lane. I'm Princess Elena of Swansborough, and I'm not
Creative.
supposed to be out here.
Mm.
But you won't tell my dad, right? He will be so mad. I ditched my sister was supposed to be helping with my lessons today, and I kind of ditched her as well.
Well, how about we make a deal?
Okay.
I don't want to get you in trouble. Ditching classes, whatever. Every kid does that. But how about you help us get you back to the castle safely and perhaps get us an audience with your father? And I won't tell him. I won't tell anyone.
She kind of like mulls this over a little bit, and she kind of realizes that she doesn't really have much of an option. Like you clearly found her out, And she's like, okay, fine. But Snowball's alive, right?
Yes. We found your
Wait,
cat.
little snowball paw. Yeah, she's fine.
Did
She's-
we check?
Yeah, she was unconscious. Like
Fine.
we confirmed cat is
To be
unconscious.
fair, none of you guys confirmed that. I just said that the cat was
You
unconscious.
said it.
No one bothered to actually blood check the cat.
You a liar.
Am I
Yeah,
a liar? I
you're
don't
just
know. I
gonna
did just tell you
tell
that this
us
kid's no longer a
lies?
little boy.
I'm just pointing out the fact that if someone's gonna check if someone's okay or alive or doing all right, Meepo is not the one.
Yeah.
I
I'm just-
wasn't.
little,
I would
like,
be the
and
one,
I
but
feel
I
it
wasn't
stepping
there.
down.
Yeah. I just wanted to like cards on table. I don't expect Meepo to play like Salad would with his logical brain. Meepo's
Yeah.
a little gremlin mind, dude. Like he.
Jack just said
Yeah.
in my chat, unwrap Snowball, and it just has guts falling out.
Oh,
Oh,
Jackie,
Jackie.
stop.
Can I do a brief little check on her? Like, just raise the blanket a
Um,
bit towards me?
Go ahead and run just like a medicine check just to make sure, or like animal handling or medicine, whichever you.
Oh,
prefer.
neither's great for me. We'll do that. That's my roller.
Just to kind of see what the actual state of Snowball is.
Oh, 15 plus 1.
You can, I mean, most of the blood is not Snowball's, but you can tell that Snowball's a little battered and beaten. But they're still breathing. But they definitely need to get some help before they will wake up. 'Cause it does.
Not
look
that I want to,
like
like,
be-
waste this or anything, but can I do a little bit of healing hands on her?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel real bad.
Oh no,
I'll do
it's
my
fine.
healing hands.
I will tell you, this cat is on like 3 hit points.
Oh, healing hands.
Heal the cat.
Like when I say this cat, it looks like it's breathing, but some of the blood is it's pretty hurt after the whole.
Someone
endeavor.
stabbed it.
Hmm.
I don't know who that could be.
Yeah, who could have that been?
What?
It might just be someone who wasn't paying attention, not following the group,
And chucked the
didn't
cat.
see-
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
I want you
yeah.
to know that if you succeeded and like got like anything higher than like a 15, I would have had you chuck that thing, and if Percival did not catch it, that cat would have
Oh.
like died on impact.
Oh, God.
Okay, it didn't though. It's fine. Moving on.
I'm healing
Oh,
hands.
man.
Okay, how much do you heal for?
3 hit points.
3 hit points. Okay, so that brings it up to what, 5? Okay. So he looks a little less.
6.
Is it
Yeah.
6? Was it 3?
You said it had 3.
Did I say it had
and-
3?
This cat is not
Yeah.
dying. on
Sorry,
us.
I thought for some reason I thought you said 2, and I'm like, oh yeah, 5. Okay, yeah, 6. Yeah, it's looking a lot better now.
Okay, good.
Its max HP is like 10 in cat form. So yeah, he's looking a lot better.
Fucking hell.
Do I see Snowball? Do I see Snowball being like the little like take the cover off and like look at Snowball like healing hands kind of thing? So do I see Snowball like visually?
Where are you, and how high are you?
I'm
above
like
that
in the middle.
in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was trying to ask. Is
I
like,
did
are you
lift
like
it
holding
so
him up?
Lane
Like,
couldn't see, so I don't know where Lane is or Lena is in comparison.
It depends. Are you? Because you're still walking up, and
Yeah,
so
I'm
I'd say both
I'm
of
like
you guys are
next to
kind of
Corti, I would
behind.
say.
So like I would say you guys are still kind of behind Arafi and stuff because you guys are walking past the rock still forward. So yeah, like Lane probably wouldn't have seen because he's turned around looking at Arafi and talking with Arafi while you two are there. So I'd say you probably did see if you were close enough.
Okay. I'm gonna turn towards Corti and like somewhat not silently say this, but like just loud enough so Corti is able to hear it. And be like, how do we know that this is the little smooth skins cat? Cat was said to be white, this one's red.
You know, sometimes it doesn't matter. And I think any cat will do right now.
Turns
I've
out it's
never
just some
seen a
other
red
strange
cat.
cat.
I've never seen a red cat before.
Very special cat. You saw what it was, you know? I don't think you should be questioning shit right now.
Fair point. He actually like that's a very satisfactory that's a satisfying answer for Meepo, and he's just gonna keep walking.
So, are you guys heading back to the kingdom then now? Because well, we're assuming Percival said he was going back to the farm with the body since Drillian had to leave. So, are you guys
I don't
going
want
to
to
take?
take the widow.
You hear a wail from like off in the distance as Percival arrives and presents the dead body, and you're like, okay, to the castle.
I am Oh, to be a fly on the wall when Percival, the armored dude, shows up with the dead husband, being like, "We found your husband," and like that whole situation.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways, guys, to the castle.
Yeah.
We can never come back in the countryside again.
As
Can never
As
come
we're
back
walking,
here.
I kind of let Elena like walk ahead of us a little bit, you know, like leading us, and I fall back to talk to my other party members.
Okay.
And I talk in hushed tones. I'm trying to not let Elena hear this, right?
Okay.
And so I'm looking at them and I'm like, if those stones are very dangerous. If they are falling into the wrong hands, if people are using them to create monsters, the rulers of this land need to know about it. That's why I asked for an audience with the king. Just so you're aware.
How do we know that the rulers aren't going to use this knowledge for harm?
We don't. How do you know anything? How do you know any person will ever do anything good? You don't. But if we don't try to stop whatever is happening here, then what are we doing?
I'm willing to see how this goes, but if I had it my way, I would just crush this crystal up and throw it into the ocean.
Well, it's already crushed.
Obviously, the crystal's gone. The crystal has no more magic. That one crystal should cause no more harm.
Yeah,
What
I
I'm
will
worried
confirm
about
that
is
this
who
crystal
put that
is
there.
this crystal magic wise is completely useless to anyone now. Right now, it is just purely for your own whatever you asks for.
Meepo's keeping it for research purposes.
That's fine.
But at this point, Meepo is once again doing his classic thing of ignoring exactly what you just said and asked him, and he's gonna look over at your Raffi and be like, "How does this one know so much about these stones?"
I've seen them before. And in every
Where?
situation I've seen them, it has turned out poorly.
And Meepo's just gonna ask, "Where?" Because you see, Raffi, you were on the same ship as we were from the old continent. This is all of us our first time being in this strange land, from Meepo's understanding.
I would also like to know where you've seen this before, because I know I've seen this before, and it's never been in any good situations.
As
He's
I've
like looking
just
over
said.
at the both of you, like, "What? Like, am I the only one who hasn't seen
What's
this before?"
happening?
Go ahead, Raffi. I'm sorry.
As I've just said, they never amount to anything good, and I've seen people that I care about be hurt by them. And I don't think you guys have done enough to earn knowing what that means. And this is the first time, like, in this whole thing, like, she has fully dropped her normal, super smiley, bubbly, like, self, and she is fully just having a conversation with you guys, and she straight up is like, I don't think you've earned getting to know who I am.
Right, the mask drops, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
QWERTY just kind of gives a look, but stays silent.
Meepo is just gonna stare at you, like with his like dead reptilian eyes, his face height hidden beneath like
The cloak kind of
bundles
over.
and
You just
things.
see the beady
Yeah.
eyes like a cat. Like when you
But
like,
he's
she,
but
like,
you just see the
leans
eyes
down.
like glow.
She, like, leans down a little bit to, like, look at you fully, and she's like, we all have our secrets in this group. Don't act like that isn't true.
No, but Meepo hasn't said anything yet, and he's just gonna look over and he's just gonna you can it's hard, like you don't see his face, but you can tell there's like somewhat of a smirk underneath the mask. And like this is the first time you see Meepo show any amounts of emotion. And he's just gonna stick his little hand out and say, "Nice to meet you finally, Arafi." And he's just gonna like not say a thing after you shake his hand and walk forward.
Yeah, she just gives his hand, like, a gentle shake and then keeps walking.
And you see him take his little notebook out, like Elaine trying to say something to Meepo as he like bypasses her. He's like ignoring her, like writing in his book. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
so Pretty, are you going to do anything with this conversation, or are you guys all going to now just continue following Elaine back to the castle?
QWERTY's gonna give Arafi a bit of like a almost like there's a hint of familiarity, but like also confusion. So she's just gonna kind of start going over to the kid and be like, right, let's get you home. We'll deal with the fallout of all of this, but you're not seeing the cat until the cat's had a bath, right?
Fine.
And then kind of just starts walking after Meepo.
So the party, you guys are now kind of walking back through the castle the way you came. The streets are now a lot busier. There's carts going everywhere. You can kind of tell it's probably about closer to noon now, as the market is now bustling. People are out at work. They're running to grab groceries. Just their daily stuff. Streets are packed, and you guys are now walking back through into the town square. Are you guys going to try and find a way sneakily into the castle area, or are you going to try and go straight to the guards with the now obvious Princess Elena at your side?
I would be trying to sneak because we have like kind of promised her to like keep it on the DL,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, also, sorry, I also completely forgot to add, as you're walking in, I need someone to roll just a general perception check, since you are still kind of far away from the gates. You can't quite get a good look. You are only just and it's a lot busier now, so I need someone or all of you to roll just a general perception.
Sure.
I can. Do you want to all roll? I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
Yeah, like you all can
Yeah.
roll. Like we'll take the highest.
I
7.
rolled 18 plus 3,
Okay.
so 21.
I got a 15 plus 3, which is 18.
Okay, so yeah,
Ah,
you guys. I mean,
7.
Rafi, you don't really notice much difference. You're just kind of enthralled by everything going on around you. But Meepo and QWERTY see that the guards that were once at that post look a little panicked as a woman, not super old. She looks kind of on the younger side, maybe 16, 17, is now yelling at them. Like screaming at them, and you can't it's a bit hard to hear what's going on because it's so loud around the area and she's so far away. But you can tell she's yelling at them and laying into the guards, and they look embarrassed.
is this the same woman that we saw earlier?
No, this is not the woman from the market. This is someone completely different. She's got kind of long, kind of curly.
Does she have the same hair as Elena?
No, but
Okay.
she has kind of like long.
Half-sister, wasn't it?
Huh?
It was like she had a half sister.
Yeah, she does have a half sister. So she has long hair. She is wearing this kind of like white dress with a kind of like black robe just kind of over her. Long kind of strawberry-ish colored, as she is yelling at these two guards.
Does she look fancy?
Yes, she looks very fancy. So
I would point this out and call out what I see to Rafi.
Rafi looks down at Elena and she goes, "You know her." Yeah.
she's not quite sure what you mean. She kind of looks where you guys are looking. She's like, in her face just kind of goes pale, and she's like, "Oh shit, that's my sister Sylvia."
All right,
Oh.
what's the game plan? We sneaking past her. Are you gonna go talk to her?
She kind of sits there twiddling her thumbs anxiously. She's like, I don't know what to do. She's gonna be mad either way. She knows I'm gone. Like she realizes she's busted now. She doesn't quite want to be with the consequences of her actions, but she knows she's probably caught.
Yeah. All right. I mean, choice is up to you. Either we can go talk to her now and I can try and talk down her anger, or we can try and sneak you in and you can make up some lie.
Okay,
Which would you
she
rather?
kind of looks at you and looks at her angry sister and the really upset guards, and she kind of looks back. She's like, I kind of really like that guard's kind of mean.
Yeah, he is kind of mean, isn't he?
He's rude.
He's
We
he's
prefer
I didn't
Jake.
like him.
he's usually positioned in the royal court. He's kind of crabby all the time.
Yeah. I did not like him. He was not very nice when I talked to him earlier.
I mean, as long as he still gets yelled at, I guess we can go up and talk with my sister.
Okay.
It'll probably be easier to admit it than just sneak. I'm caught. Maybe if I'm lucky, she hasn't told Dad yet.
I think
Is
that's a very
this
smart
guy-
decision.
Is this guy the one they call Jacob?
No, Jacob's the one that's
No.
sick.
Jacob
I,
is the
I
one
like
that's sick.
Jacob
He's
more
not
than
here.
this dude. Does this dude have a name?
Oh.
Do we know his name?
Yeah, I didn't ask.
Let's see. His
Can we
name's
hear it
Boshua.
being yelled?
Boshua.
Yeah,
His name's
I mean-
Boshua.
Part of me,
Boshua?
Yeah, Boshua.
Boshua, like
Boshua.
Boshua's an asshole, but like part of me absolutely despises Jacob because I've been there, where someone doesn't call in at work and you have to cover for them, and you're like, you motherfucker, like they have the shittiest job. So I feel for
Boshua.
Boshua.
Okay.
That's a hell of a name, Boshua.
I really like it. I'm a fan.
His name is
Boshua.
Meepo.
Listen,
That's
Meepo's
true.
fine.
Your name is Meepo.
I'm a little gremlin dragon man. I'm not a
Yeah,
fucking
and this
city
is
guard.
D&D. Names are weird.
Okay, one guard's called fucking Jacob. Okay.
Yeah, the other's Boshua. What's your question?
So this is my friend Phil. This is my friend Gargantuan. This is my
Uh-huh.
friend.
This is David.
This is Robert.
All totally normal names when your coworkers might not be human.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Maybe he's a half elf. Gosh.
Yeah, you don't know what he is. He might just be a different race, and that's why the name seems weird to you.
I just love the name Boshua. I'm just busting your balls about
Oh,
this.
it's a great name. I really like it.
Oh yeah.
So you guys decide to, take the blunt of it, and you start to approach this kingdom. And as you approach, you can start to pick out her voice a bit more as kind of passing patrons kind of stop and look, and give a few glances of like, ooh, ooh, as they're
Ooh.
walking and going, and she's laying into them, screaming about how dare you, how could you let my sister get past here? She's like, how can you be so careless? And a lot of words about just screaming about them being incompetent and not being able to do their job, because who knows where this princess could be. She's supposed to be the heir. She is like
Sure.
by blood supposed to be the heir, whereas her sister is married in, so she's not royalty.
Got it.
So yeah. So what do you guys do as you see this princess screaming at these two guards?
I want to take our time walking over there, like let them get screamed at a little bit, you know.
It's kind of stroll. It's kind of take
Yeah,
Sunday.
just strolling slowly, enjoying it. And then when I finally get there, I say, hello, hi.
She kind of stops for a minute, and she kind of stiffens, and the guard kind of looks at you. He's like, "You again?" And the princess kind of stops, and she
So
looks.
sorry to interrupt.
She kind of stops and looks. She's like, who are you? What do you mean, you again? She looks over, and is Princess Elaine kind of at your feet, or where do you think she would?
She's like standing. I'm like behind her, like she's standing right in front of me. I think my
Okay.
hands are like on her shoulder, kind of like I had guided her back, sort of deal.
Okay.
And I'm
So she
just like
kinda-
standing there, like, hi.
She kind of turns and looks. She's like, "What do you mean you again?" She kind of looks at you. She realizes you got your hands free. She kind of looks down. She sighs of relief. She's like, "Princess Elena, why? How dare you? Where were you? Why did you sneak away?" And she kind of like brings her in for a big hug and is like hugging her. She's like, "Oh, thank God you're safe," And she kind of stands back up and looks for the guard. She's like, "What do you mean you again? Did you talk to these people with my sister here and you let them go? What happened? Explain yourselves." And he's kind of like bumbling around. He's like, "No, she was over here earlier. There was no little girl with them. I swear."
Oh, I can explain.
And she kind of looks
And
back to you.
I smile like super sweetly at the guards, and I was like, "Well, you see, I was here with Elena earlier, because I was trying to help her find something, and
Princess is looking
asked."
daggers at this guard, like, "What the fuck do you mean she was here early with Elena and you said you didn't see her?"
Joshua.
I asked him if they had seen the cat that we were looking for, and they basically told me they don't pay attention to petty things like cats, and I guess that means they really just didn't have attention to pay to small things, which I guess extension to Elena, they just didn't pay attention.
She kind
And I
of
smile really sweetly at the guard.
the guard is like giving you a death stare, and like his buddy's kind of like scooching over a little bit. He's like trying to like avoid the situation because he didn't say anything earlier. He's like, "That's not my circus, not my monkeys," And the
Valid.
Princess Sylvia, she kind of looks over at the guard and she's like, "You, I will deal with later." And she kind of grabs her temple a little bit and she's like, "Okay, you guys, thank you so much for grabbing Elena." And she kind of looks over at Queerty and she sees that bundle in your arms and she's like, please tell me that that's one, not the cat, And 2, if it is, please tell me it's not dead.
It's
So,
not dead.
it's
Just
alive.
everyone speaking up at once, like,
So
Not
it's
dead.
alive, but I would say to maybe give it a nice gentle bath beforehand because it's been eating strawberries.
As soon as I hear
Okay.
the bath part, Meepo's like, "Oh, you need to bathe the cat."
You need to
Meepo?
bathe the
No,
cat.
it's okay. They will bathe the cat. You don't need to bathe the cat. Don't worry.
I'm just
Meepo,
gonna
okay? Meepo?
snap my fingers
No.
and cast shape water, and just grab some like a pure water above the cat and just splash water.
No.
on it.
I'm still holding this cat.
Yes, you are being splashed as well.
An orb of water just appears above both of you and just douses both of you in water. And like the princess kind of like steps back. She's like, "What?" And she kind of looks over at Meepo for the first time. And she's like, "What the-"
Is the cat clean?
No,
QWERTY
Meepo.
just kind
It
of
takes
stands
more
still.
than just pouring water over something to clean it.
You hear
QWERTY just
as like the cat like springs to life in the
Oh.
arms and is like trying to now flail out of QWERTY's arms, but is like kind of restrained by the bundle around it as it is now soaked.
QWERTY just kind of pauses, gives Meepo a bit of a death stare, and then goes back to Sylvia and goes, "This cat has a lot of red on it. I highly recommend you take it now and go."
She kind of grabs it and she holds it. She's like, yes, of course, okay. I can't thank you guys enough. Can you? Why come with me? I have to thank you. I'll come on. Let's. And she kind of like hurries you guys in, and she gives another death stare to the guards, and she's like, "You, I will speak with my parents later about." And he kind of like tries to avoid eye contact as he realizes he's in
I do-
fucking trouble.
I do a little bye at the guard as we walk away.
Okay. You guys follow her in into through these golden barred gates. The guards let you pass, obviously. They're just like, "Yep, okay, can't really argue with the princess, you know?" And Elaine is she has a little bit more pep in her step, but she's still very anxious and she's kind of scared that Sylvia's already told her parents that she's been missing. She hopes that she hasn't. And
Right.
you guys are walking through this large kind of like this stone brick path as like hedges of flowers and trees are lined. It's almost like a nice garden that you could go through outside this castle. And you go up these large giant like marble stone path floor up to the main gate. And it is parted and you walk in and make your way to the throne room where you see a man, a man, 2 women, and some sort of knight plated in full armor, frantically kind of talking around the throne. You can't quite hear what's going on, but as they hear that the main door is open and the footsteps enter, they kind of stop and look up at you, the party of like 5 of you.
Yeah, with the princesses with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
They kind of look over and they look at the 2 princesses, and they're very just like, they're like, "What are you doing in here?" So they clearly don't know what has happened. And Sylvia kind of like calls a servant over and she takes the cat and she please give the cat a wash and give it back to Elena when she's clean. So the servant runs away with the cat, and Elena kind of waves you guys over to keep walking up closer. So are you guys going to do anything specific as you approach the king and queen, or are you going to stay quiet as you follow Elaine and Sylvia?
I'm gonna be quiet, but as we actually approach, I assume I know how royals are meant to be greeted,
Okay.
like a little curtsy or so, and I
Okay.
do that, like a respect thing, you know?
Okay. As you
QWERTY
go ahead.
QWERTY is not doing any of that respect stuff. QWERTY doesn't like royalty, so it's hanging back a bit.
Okay.
Close enough to be a
I
part
feel
of
like
things,
I'm like
but
in the front.
Yeah, you're in
of
the middle
this
and you curtsy,
little
and the other
group.
2 are just kind of standing there,
Yeah,
just like
they just stand there at my side doing absolutely nothing, but I do a little polite curtsy.
Meepo is actually like actively writing in his book while looking around while you're doing curtsy and people are
marble
It's gonna
stunned.
blaze, huh?
He is like ignoring everything going on in front of him at this moment. He
You're
is
taking
he
notes
is
of the
uninterested.
giant windows with these giant silk
Yes.
curtains and the marble
Yes.
pillars and like the
Yes.
gold. You're
Anything of
taking
interest, he's taking notes about.
all the shiny gold in the walls.
He sees Arafi do a curtsy and he's like, Writes it down. Like,
Weird little bow.
he's studying smooth skin behavior, if you remember from last session. Like he's like trying to understand things. So
Okay. So as you guys enter, Arafi kind of curtsies, and the king and queen kind of like nod their heads back at you, and they look to the other two as you guys kind of stand there and watch as Sylvia and Elaine kind of walk up. Elena walk up closer, and you hear Sylvia explain that that you three saved Elena, or like what you assume, or like found her of sorts, and kind of shoves Elena forward, be like, explain yourself. And she starts to kind of stutter and is unable to really get her words out. Do either one of you want to help her explain, or do you want to just let this poor child explain to her parents?
I would definitely take another step forward at seeing her like falter in explaining. And I would step forward and be like, if I may, we saw a poster saying that there was a missing cat and we wanted to help. So we went and looked for the cat and we found the person the cat belonged to. And there's additional information that I would like to share with you, maybe without Elena around.
The king and king.
I mean, hey, you never know.
Yeah, the king and queen kind of like look down on Elena and kind of look back up at you, and they kind of realize that something's not quite right. They can see that you kind of stained with blood around the feet just a little bit, like not a whole bunch because you weren't really like wading in it, unlike
Right.
Percival, who was like,
Yeah.
stained.
Glad he's not here right now.
Yeah.
Face covered in blood.
Yeah. So you see kind of like a bit of a recognition that something's not quite right, and the king kind of looks down and he's like, Elena, we'll talk about this later. Why don't you go to your room? Sylvia, you stay here because I assume you know of something going on. And Sylvia kind of sits down next in the empty thrones next to the king. And they kind of quiet, and the other woman, the knight that were standing by the throne, kind of step back a little bit next to where the queen is sitting and kind of look at you for what you have.
I have a
So,
question, just
Yep.
real quick. Does he literally? I'm sorry, Ziggy. Does he literally have a throne and then have a bunch of like other thrones for like his kids and like his
Yes.
wife and things like?
Yeah.
Okay, that's adorable.
that's really cute. I really love
There's
that.
him,
I
his
just wanted
wife,
to point that
the
out.
wife's kid, and then Elaine. So it's like little
That's
little,
precious.
I know.
That is actually super cute.
Yeah,
And
that's
second
very
thing,
sweet.
I got about 15 minutes left
Okay.
until I gotta go let Mr. Koopa out and do other things.
Okay.
And I think
Do-
Pix also had about 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want
So-
to hurry up this interaction, or do we want to cut it here before and cut it as like them dismissing, or 'cause I'm afraid that we might end up running over if we only have 15 minutes.
Right, and my other thing is also we don't have Cody here at the moment.
Yeah,
And
so
as
it might be
much
a
as
bit-
Percival is off carrying the body, talking to the farmer's wife and things like that, I do still want him to be present for
For,
this
like, this
because I feel like we're
information.
about to receive a lot of exposure. Like
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
next
we
So,
can
we'll
cut
say-
it here.
Yeah, we'll say that you guys kind of like prepare to get ready to talk, and at that we like camera fades to black and to be continued.
Credits roll.
Yeah, credits.
I just
roll.
imagine Arafi being like, "We have to talk," dun dun,
Yeah.
and then like the episode ends.
What's that like?
Exactly
JoJo's
what
World?
happens
to be
is this
continued
whole
thing.
time she's been like very gentle and sweet that Elaine has been here, and she pointedly is like, but we should converse more without Elaine. And as soon as Elaine leaves the room, her like very gentle attitude immediately changes, and she like looks up at makes direct eye contact with the king and is like, let's talk. And it dun dun fade to black.
Dun, dun.
Credits roll. Salad as Meepo. Drillian as Percival. Gives through everyone. Yeah. Okay. So with that, then I guess we will call it an end. Then. So we did a lot. I was not expecting to get through everything today. I am kind of glad that we ended it there because I was not 100%. Like, I had an idea of where to go next, but yeah, we got through pretty much everything that I had.
We actually, I just want to point out, we set out to do a task today, and we actually accomplished it.
We did
Yeah.
it.
And then
Found a cat.
Do you
Yeah,
know how
so
rare
then-
that is in a D&D
I
party?
know, like you guys had a goal, and we did it within the time given, like 3 hours, done and done.
Also, I just want to say, I'm sorry if Meepo does a bunch of things you guys don't like. I'm just playing what I think the character would do
No,
at
it's
that
fine.
time.
Like, I mean,
If
he's
it's
gonna totally kill it.
annoying, if he's annoying about something or you don't like an interaction, talk to me about it. I'll tone
no,
it
you're
down.
good.
Ain't no
I thought it
worries.
was funny. I thought it made sense.
Okay.
My
Is that-
character
You almost
will be
killed the
annoyed,
cat.
but
Oh,
I
dude,
won't.
If your character
I don't
reacts by
care.
beating the shit out of Meepo, totally fine.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
like,
when
don't be
I was
afraid
like
to beat the shit out of
threatening
one of
you,
y'all.
I wouldn't actually like. She might throw a punch at you, but she wouldn't actually like murder y'all.
no,
you
no,
know?
it's just
Yeah, like,
because
there's a
I
difference
realized like
between throwing punches just to do
Yeah,
it,
we can
and
have a
then
little like funsy
doing it
fight. That's
for-
fine, but
yeah.
I
No,
don't
no,
actually care. I
and
would
you
I
need
rather-
some
also-
angst in the party, man. Never be afraid to
Yeah,
be a little
naturally.
angsty with each other, you know?
Of course, but I just wanted to, cards on table. I don't
Yeah.
want anyone to like, because this, it happens in other sessions I've been in where people don't talk about this shit, and then they literally like just fucking Sal this game. He did this stupid thing. We were supposed to attack the fucking gem, but then he did.
It's like, well, how would you have known the gem was there? It's like
Right.
obviously you know it's there, but your character doesn't. So like your character's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to run up to the front of him and stop the gem, even though I have no idea that
guys.
gem's there.
I had a great time. I'm gonna deafen up so I can send off
You're
my
good, Ziggy.
stream. But
Yeah.
if
I'm gonna
y'all leave,
quickly-
love you.
I'm going to quickly do the same.
I will say
good.
goodbye now then.
It was fun. Thank you guys so much
Goodbye,
for joining.
Pix.
I'm so glad we managed to finally get a session in before.
Yes.
We'll I don't know. Sometime this weekend I'll message, or later I'll message for trying to figure out everyone's, and if they know them anytime. So yeah. I have to start working weekends, but I don't think it'll mess with anything because it's just overtime. I have to work one Saturday a month. So I just and I'll get off work by noon. So I don't think it'll be too much of it, but just have to put that into account now as well. But yeah, thank you guys for
Yeah.
joining. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
too. Goodbye, everybody. I'll stay in the call when you guys are done talking to your stream.
Okay, I'm gonna
Have a
say
good
bye,
night.
my
Pix.
stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Pix. Okay. Shit, that's not. I can't deafen my. Deafen. But anyway, chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate all y'all down. It was a lot of fun. Got everything done that we needed to do. All said and done. I might be live again tomorrow, doing some more Baldur's Gate and or Minecraft. Whatever happens. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you dudes next stream. I'll make sure to update on my Twitter whenever the next session is. It might be a couple months. It just depends on how many of us are free, because there is 5 of us, and we are very busy people. But yeah, this video should be up on my VODs channel later today. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you dudes next stream. Bye.